Gang culture wasn't born, it was built. Back in the 60s and 70s, a lot of them were built to protect the community. They were feeding children in the morning and protecting the block at night. But a force like that is a threat to the established order. And the system always has a plan. Everything changed in the 80s. The CIA was exposed for bringing drugs like crack into Black and Latino neighborhoods. At the same time, guns were mysteriously flooding the streets. Suddenly, these groups went from protecting the block to fighting turf wars. The original mission got erased, and being reckless, being a crash out, started to look cool in music, movies, and headlines.
What's going on with everybody tonight? What up? What up? What up? What up? Let me see y'all put them checks in the crowd. What's going on, everybody?
What's good? What's
Hi,
good?
everybody.
So with it.
What's up? What's up?
There we go. There we go. There we go. Got them checks in the crowd, man. Throw some more checks in the crowd, y'all. Let's go. How y'all all feeling tonight, though? Before we get started and shit, let me see how everybody feeling today.
Another day, another dollar.
I'm doing good. It was a busy day. All my kids had doctor's appointments, so it was busy, but I'm feeling good.
Everything is
That's what's up.
great.
No doubt, no doubt. So let me I'm explain. Cheese, y'all. What up? What up? What up, Ron? What's good? What's going on, Jake? What's going on, Julio? Rob? What's going on with everybody out there tonight? But let me explain to the audience though what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 3 questions of a true or false. All I want y'all to do is just say true or false to it, and then if y'all want to elaborate on it, we can move back to it before we kick off the show, whatever. But I'm gonna give y'all 3 questions first, and we're gonna just go around each in a circle. Whoever want to kick it off first, it doesn't matter to me. But this is the first one I got right here. The first one is true or false. Women who choose not to have children are are they selfish?
False.
False.
True.
I believe it's false. All right, we got 3 falses and 1 true. All right, the next one is true or false. If you date someone who does not take care of their kids, you are part of the problem.
True.
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 True. I believe it's true too. So we all agree on that one. All right. And then I got one more. True or false? Non-natural hair colors are ghetto.
False.
True.
Got 1 false. True.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, Jay?
True.
You said
True.
true? I believe it's false. So we split on that one right there. All right. So all right, we got everybody answer on that. Do anybody want to elaborate on why y'all gave a true or false answer for one of the questions?
Let's go in order. Let's go in order. I forgot what the first one was because I think that's the only one I was
I got you.
outline.
The first one was what I just said. Damn. All right here. True or false? If you date someone who does not take care of their kids, you are part of the problem.
True.
No, I think you said something about the kids. The kids, if you don't have a child, that wasn't the first one.
Yeah, it was. It was if a woman
If
decides
woman
to not
who
have children, does that make her selfish? True or false?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
My bad. There we go. True or false? Women who choose not to have children are selfish. That was the first one. I'm sorry.
False.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I'm not a woman.
You said true.
So
You said
yeah, I
true.
said
So
true.
you gotta explain.
Yeah,
Okay,
obviously, I'm not a woman. So yeah, I might not like my answer. I just have my answer from my perspective. I think it's different if you're not able to have children, then yeah, that's different. Certain things. But on top of that, I will say, um, if you're not able to care for a child, you shouldn't be bringing a child into this world. But if you a fully functioning woman in society, I feel like that's your highest, like that's your superpower. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you are the God in this world to bring forth creation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, if you not utilizing what you have, then you're not fully functioning in your role and your capacity. Like, why wouldn't you? You feel me? And I know there may be a lot of different factors of why you may not choose not to. Like I said, I'm not in those shoes. But I feel like if you're not doing that, I feel like that's like a cheetah that can't run fast. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not running fast, I guess. You feel me? You're not functioning in your capability. I'll just say that.
Got you. There are some. Well, he said, hold on. We got a question. I mean, we got a little statement down from George. George was on. Hey, y'all, I see Cameron popping tonight. Yo, Cameron, happy birthday to you tonight. I appreciate you for coming through tonight on your birthday. Happy birthday, Cameron.
Happy
Happy birthday,
There are
Cameron.
some men.
birthday.
We said
What up,
there
George?
are some men that don't want to have children. That's a personal choice. Yeah. No. Yeah, I got you on that, George. But we was trying to get
That's
on
for
the
the women,
question that
though.
we had, George. I understand that, George. Definitely, George.
Now
It's
we
go
talking
both
about
ways. It
women.
go both ways. But we
Yeah,
was
we
just
talking
talking
about
about
the
the women
women.
part, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nell. You can go. Why you said it was false.
Okay, so that's false because as a woman, you there's a lot that goes into pregnancy. There's a lot that goes into complications. I understand, Jay, you were saying that if you are unable to bear children, or if you have a complicated reproductive system or whatnot, then you can understand why. But aside from that, it's a woman's choice whether she wants to have children or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you are intertwined and you're in a relationship or a marriage, and that person that you're married to wants children, right? If we're talking about those circumstances, um, again, it's still up to the woman. It's her decision. It's her body. It's her. You know what I'm saying? You are not going through what she's going through, and those hormones and the changes, your bodily changes and everything like that, even your mental space, it takes a toll. Like, you go through ups, downs, highs, lows. The roller coaster is crazy. And so if you have experienced that before, or have never experienced that before, like, it's a lot that goes into it than just popping out children. You know what I'm saying? And if you've experienced it before, you will understand what I'm saying. Now, for women who have never experienced pregnancy before and their answer is just straight no, maybe they have their reasons. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't want to give up their life just yet, because when you have children, you do give a part of your life to them so that they can survive. You give a part of your life and yourself to them so that they can thrive. And some women are not ready to let that go yet. Some women are not ready to give give themselves fully to another human being. And that's not selfish in a negative way. That's just looking out for self. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, like, it just goes with different scenarios and what the scenarios are. And yes, we are goddesses of life, and we can create life and we can procreate. That's great. But for one, we got to look at the world that we live in today. Do you really want to bring your baby into this world and how it's going? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the scariest things, especially the way that this world is going. The funding, the resources are very limited. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as it was when we was growing up, or when grandma and grandpa was growing up, or taking care of kids and whatnot. Things are different now, and so the struggle is definitely real when you have children, or you thinking about bringing children into the world. And then you also have to be financially stable in order to bring kids into the world. And some people, like you mentioned, they're not financially stable, so they don't feel the need to. But if you are financially stable and you still don't want to bring a child into the world, I feel like more that's not a selfish desire in the terms of a negative sense. That's more of, you know what, this is not what I'm ready for right now, and that's okay.
Hmm. Got you. I got you on that. You want to take a shot at it, my brother,
Uh,
Chris? You want
nah,
to say why it's false?
it's just false. I think it's just women could choose what they want to do with their
That's not bad. Yeah,
bodies.
That's what I'm about to say. I was gonna give a short answer to the same thing. Like,
Meldon killed it. I really don't have much to say after that. She she hit on all points.
I ain't gonna lie, she did take it over and hit it on the head, though. I can't even
I'm
lie about that.
sorry.
So it's just
Nah,
yeah. I
that's
just
good.
think
That's good. The way
You got
she said you can be fully functional adult, but that doesn't mean you're ready or ever will be ready to raise someone. Raising another human is totally different level of responsibility. Yes, that's why I was about to say to that answer, like people should have their own choice. Like I'm like that's why I said it to me is false because you should have your own choice. And I understand where you coming from, Jay. Women do help the world keep revolving and it helps the world keep on going and things like that. But it still should be the woman's choice though, in my eyes. Like too
I
many
feel like
men
it
and
should be a
too many
collective
men
choice.
they're making up all the rules and shit, and it's all men sitting around the round table making up rules to what a woman should be doing with her own body and shit like that. And that's something that I can't really get with.
I feel like
But
it
go
should
ahead,
be a
brother. I'm sorry.
collective. I feel like it should be a collective choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's woman body, but that's also your seed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be a collective. It shouldn't just be a one-sided thing. I decide if we gonna have this baby or not. You ain't got no say so in it. That's what I got a problem with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I understand that it's your body. What I don't like is the fact that you don't have no say so. You don't have no say so within it. And if we didn't seen a lot of different cases of like we don't have the same custodial rights. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the same custodial rights. We don't care about paternity fraud. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about mandatory DNA tests. Like these things is real. You feel me? So like I
Mhm.
said, if you're not able, I get it. But in terms on I'm a woman, this is my body, I understand that part. What I don't like is the fact that we have zero say so in the matter. You feel me? That's just what I can't rock with.
I think that comes
Gotcha. I
from
understand.
I don't think that it would be that you don't have a say so or zero say so. A lot of it comes from the fact that the large percent of women are raising these kids by themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a large percentage of women that are watching other women raise kids by themselves. And so that could be a
Mhm.
determining factor or an influence on their decision whether they want to have kids or not, also. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not just, my body, my choice, and you don't matter or the male doesn't matter. Look at how many,
Mhm.
or look at the statistics of how many women are raising children by themselves. They got to carry on a
Yeah,
whole entire household by themselves, work, go to school, take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Feed the kids, do all of this, that, and the third. That's exhausting. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
So,
I,
so
I, I agree.
I agree. I agree with
That's
that.
why
I
I
agree
brought
with
up
that too.
that's why I brought up custodial rights. That's why I brought up custodial
Hmm.
rights. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, depending on the age of the child, if y'all not together, that child 9 times out of 10 gonna go to their mom. You feel me?
absolutely,
Are
absolutely.
there
Hell
ways?
yeah.
But
Are,
but
are
the
there
reason
ways?
why, go ahead, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like a child should go at that young age. I feel like a mother has more to offer. You know what I'm saying? I really do. At a later age, that's when
Hmm.
I can step in and do my part, especially if you're raising a boy. So I agree with that part, but I try to come from a non-biased perspective. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The courts
Yeah,
9 times out of 10 are automatically just gonna rule in your favor. That's why I say we don't have a say so in it. Because the courts is just gonna just they're going to the mom, period.
only because the mother is the nurturer. Only because the baby came from within the mother. So we have our body is designed to nurture and develop the baby at a young age. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's why it's automatically, jured towards the women being the custodial parent. Now, when it comes to joint custody, of course, we talk in a different language. But when it's the judge is automatically going to grant the mother the custodial rights, because we let's say let's keep it above. We breastfeed, right? We got the
Mhm.
nurturing spirit, right? It's within us. That's innate. That's something that it clicks as soon as you become pregnant. That innate response to raising a baby or taking care of the baby or nurturing the baby, it kicks in. So that's why, unless you're an unfit mother and there's documents and there's things that show that you're an unfit mom, that's the reason why. Now I know for when the child turns about 12, if I know here in Texas, if I remember correctly, when the baby turns about 12 years old, they can make the decision whether they want to go with mom or dad if joint custody is not in place. But before that, yes, they do grant the mother that favor, and that's the reason why. Is because we are equipped to nurture the child the way we need to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not punishment. You know what I'm saying? Some men
Yeah.
take that punishment. It's not punishment. It's biologically like, you know what I'm saying, accurate. It's like this. You can't take a mother from the baby and expect the baby to develop properly. You just can't. You ever heard that saying where or it's even written, a baby can die if they don't have physical touch within weeks of being born. A baby can die if they don't have that physical touch. It kind of comes from that logic. You know what I'm saying? That baby needs their mom in the first few months of their life. Now, dad, we're not excluding dad at all. If dad want to be there, by all means, be present. But when it comes to the court system, they are going to guarantee the mother the custodial rights simply for that reason. And then, along the lines, like I said, if you decide joint custody, or if the baby becomes 12 and they make that choice, oh, I want to go stay with my dad, they have that right. Children have the rights too. And then men too, men that feel like they don't have a right or say so in anything, you got paternal rights as well. Like if you feel like it's not fair or the judgment
We
is not,
don't have
you
we
can
don't
fight.
have no paternal right. I mean, I agree with everything you said. That's why I prefaced it like I think that children should be with their moms. That's why I prefaced my statement. Like I agree with what you said. What I
Mhm.
don't like is the fact, like I say, we don't have no type of custodial rights. I say I feel like it's your body, but you know, if you don't want to have the baby and she want to have the baby, she can have it on that flip side. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
yeah,
have zero say so, but yet you now you paying child support. You feel me? Now you
yeah,
paying child support for a child that you didn't want, the same way that we were just talking about if a woman don't want to have a child and you do. You feel me?
right.
So
I mean,
my whole thing is it should be more of an even playing field because I hear what you're saying that you guys are the incubator for the child. Fair enough. The baby should be with the mother. They do need that. They do need that touch. That's how they get in tune with the world from their mother's breast from when they first get in here, for sure. And the same token, that seed does come from that man. You feel me? So we got a role to play in that too, and we have zero say, and that's what I don't like.
I wouldn't say zero say. I would say again, if okay, back to what you said or the example that you gave when a woman becomes pregnant and then the man doesn't want the child and the woman decides that she's going to keep the child anyway, but puts the father on said child support or make him financially, obligated to pay for the child. In situations like that, first of all, I'm gonna just be 100 with you and very transparent. Abortions is hard, okay?
Mhm.
That shit is hard. That shit weigh heavy as hell on a woman and a woman's heart. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, y'all could talk all y'all want about X, Y, and Z, but until you are not a woman, and until you put yourself in a woman's shoes and have to abort a child, you will not experience or know what type of pain that is. That is a painful ass experience, and it lingers. You can carry that pain for the rest of your life. So that's number one. Number two, I mean, rightfully so, when you do decide to have the child, or you got to make the decision whether you want the man in the life who doesn't want the child, or he's gonna be in the child's life regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you're laying down and you having sex and you raw dogging it, basically, you know what's gonna come. You know the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless the woman is on birth control, and at this age, 9 times out of 10, a lot of us are not on birth control. You know what you're getting yourself into, so you got to be prepared for what the hell is coming out. And if that's not something that you want, you either make that shit known, and then don't expect the financial obligation to fall solely on the woman and her family, or the woman.
But I think largely when we have sex, we not intending. I think largely whenever we have sex, we're not intending to birth a child into the world. You feel me? So that's on both. That's on both parties. You feel me? Like, we not having sex with in mind that we finna have this baby tonight. We you know what I'm saying, we just doing our thing. So that right there is on both parties. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's like, goddamn, I'm pregnant. Oh snap. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it happened. But I hear what you're saying. I'm not trying to
No.
sound,
I
ain't trying to sound
at all. I respect your perspective.
I don't think every time people have. I don't think people just have sex with babies in mind. I don't. That makes some people.
But
some people.
No, they don't.
They don't. But if you, I'm trying to keep this very. If you having sex, right?
You know it's a possible. You know it's a possible outcome. Yeah.
Right. If you having sex, right, and you have sex with this person often, you know that there is a possibility, there's a high ass fucking chance that this person may be pregnant or get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not using protection, if your pull-out game is weak, or whatever the case may be. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just saying, you know that there's a high chance, and then plan B don't be working the way it's supposed to work. Like, if you don't take that plan B as directed, you might as well plan for plan C, and plan C is to motherfucking conceive and have the child, unless you want to have a full-on abortion. But like I said, some women can go and have an abortion and not feel nothing and be fine and go on about their week. The next day they perfectly fine. And some women just cannot do it. Some women will feel a large immense of guilt, shame, hurt, pain, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit does not go away. It stays with you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. That's just my take. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do see your perspective as far as, like, all of what you said.
Listen. Fuck that. Nels, you disagree with that nigga. You don't like his opinion on that.
I think we agree. I think we agree on a lot of different things.
Like, I see what he's saying from a lot of different standpoints. But I have to. I will have to speak from a different perspective. Like, nah, it's not selfish if a woman wants to keep her baby. It's not it doesn't exclude you, or it doesn't exclude the male from having a say so, because 9 times out of 10 men do have a say so. They just don't have the right fucking answer. That's number one. And number two, it's not selfish. Let me back up. It's not selfish if a woman doesn't want to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot that goes into it. And then again, you don't know what her experience was, her influence was, what she sees, what, you know what I'm saying, like what entered the psychological part of it. I mean, once you get to the nitty-gritty of it, you know what I'm saying, then you could say whether it's selfish or not. But generally speaking, I don't think that that's a selfish decision at all, because it's a lot that goes into it, you know.
Well, let me say, on the man side, I feel like if a man is fully capable, and he don't want to provide, that's selfish too. I feel like that's the equivalent. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the equivalent per se, because obviously it's different, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if I don't want to provide for you and I can do it, if I don't want to protect you and I can do it, I feel like that selfish on the man side too. So That's just my perspective. But I
But
agree.
Mhm.
I agree with a lot with what
you
you're
are
saying. But that's
only 10. You are 10% of a male's population that think like that. The 90% don't think that way. So you know what
Listen,
I'm
I
saying?
don't think like that at all. I ain't got them,
That's
so
why I
I don't
said.
know.
So you are part of the 10%
I'm lost. I
too.
ain't thinking about. I'm watching y'all. I'm watching y'all go back and forth because I'm lost on the whole situation. I'm like, these motherfuckers doing their thing tonight.
you just
Yo,
don't want
let
to
me
get in
tell
the
y'all
hot
something.
seat.
Everybody
You
that's
just
in the
don't want to
crowd
jump in the
tonight, yo,
fire.
put a
That's it.
clap. No, I ain't jumping in the fire of that shit. But
I know.
everybody who in the chat tonight, put a clap in there for these two just now. The dialogue they just had. Y'all better come in this motherfucker and listen. Throw a clap in the crowd for my peoples right now. Y'all better stop
And
playing with them, man.
and don't
Y'all see
know
what my people.
and don't know ladies come after me. I preface my statement
No,
by
don't
I'm
come
coming
after
from
Jay.
I know
Oh,
you not, I know you not, but I preface my statement
hold
with
on.
I'm just
Let me
speaking
get to
from
the
a man
audience. I don't
But
want
perspective.
to be so.
I do understand what you're saying, because some men do want to have a legacy. Some men want to build a legacy. Some men want to leave something behind or have someone carry their name. So I understand, like I
So
said, I understand you fully. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, from a woman's perspective, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a woman selfish if she don't want to have a child. Now, if you are intertwined, or if you're in a marriage and you're in a relationship, that might be a dispute, or that might cause a little friction, because some some people feel like when they get married, that's what they get married to intend to do: have children, to raise a family, to build generational wealth, build legacy, you know what I'm saying, and all those different things. And so that's just a conversation that you need to have with your partner, and somebody gotta compromise. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta either A, deal with the fact that they're not going to ever have children, or B, you're gonna have to suck it up and have a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I've known people who have been in those situations, and the end result was they had to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what their husband wanted. And I remember having a conversation with, the female, and then I was like, yo, like, all right, boom, he gave you everything that you asked for him. You know what I'm saying? You asked, he gave you marriage, he gave you his last name, he gave you a house, he made sure you good. Y'all financially straight, both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's the least that you could do. Like, if you worried about, because hers was, I want to finish school first. And she had already finished her master's, or excuse me, her bachelor's. She just wanted to go for her master's. And I said, you can always go for your master's, but you have a man that loves you, and he loves you, and that's the only thing that he's asking from you. It's time, bitch. Okay? Your ovaries, bitch, set the clock, start it, it's time. Because the last thing you will want is for this good nigga, because he's a good man, to cheat on your ass and get another bitch pregnant. Okay? So
because that's dangerous too. As you get of age, I mean, that's when they talk about geriatric pregnancies.
mhm.
That's it's a lot more.
Mhm.
It's a lot more
It's
risky.
more
So
tense, it's
yeah,
more complicated.
yeah.
Absolutely. But like, I was
Let me
just,
get
like
to
I
the
said,
audience.
I understand your perspective. And no, I'm not coming for you, because I understand and I see where
No,
you come.
I know you know. I'm talking
But
about the chat.
Got you. I got you.
yeah, the chat, not the
I know.
chat.
We got you. We got you, bro. We gonna back you up, bro. You
We
know I
want
ain't gonna let
right.
nobody
We
come
gonna
at
back
my
you up. We're
peoples.
not gonna let them. We're not gonna let
Hey,
them.
I'm
On
gonna
no
talk to all y'all New
disrespect.
Yorkers, man.
But
Oh
that's
shit.
that's
Y'all know what? Y'all know what? Y'all know what to do now, New Yorkers. Y'all know what to do to these Texas boys.
Here
Yo,
you
we know
go.
what's going on, baby.
Here
We
you
know.
go.
You know they still have. You know they got a little salt in the wound still. The way the
Here you
Texans got
go.
their ass kicked this weekend, but they
Oh
got a little
oh
man,
salt in
hey
the wound.
nigga,
wow.
I'm about to check out. I'm about to
Check
check
Hold on,
out.
let
out,
me
man.
get to the crowd. I don't want to be selfish with the crowd. What Cheese said, women get pregnant in the weirdest ways. No matter how safe you are, it's always possible. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Karen said
very
that's
nice.
selfish. Let me see what he said. Um, one more. I got. Is it fine for a guy to break up with his girlfriend if she doesn't want to have children, but he does? Yeah, that's not selfish, Cheese. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, because if you want children and she don't want children, then that relationship ain't gonna work 9 times out of 10. So yeah, I believe it's fine. Like I believe y'all should part ways because y'all not gonna come to agreement on having that child. if she's stuck in her ways and she like, nah, I'm not doing it, it's gonna be over with, Chi. So I believe it's not selfish at all. Like, break up, man, and go your separate ways, my brother.
I agree too with Nels. Like, you know, you gotta do what's best for you and you gotta do what makes you happy. And if that decision does not make you happy, you have all rights and all freedom to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stay stuck with a person who is stuck in their way and not willing to bend for you. Where your happiness matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does that leave you? So I agree. Like, if they're not willing to have children for you, then you have every right to leave the relationship. Like, it's not a fucking signed contract. You can leave at will. The fuck up out of there. Find you
Who
somebody
just said
Gotcha.
that is
that?
willing to have children with you.
Gotcha. Let me
She
ask the
just
audience
said
real quick. All right, to
that.
the audience. Of course, you right, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Nah, I just said that. She just
All
said
right. I was saying to the audience, we was asking true or false. Women who choose not to have children are selfish. If you believe it's true, throw a heart in the thing, in the chat. And if you believe it's false, put a thumbs down. Before we move on to the next one, let me see who out there. Let me see who out there checking in and who paying attention and shit. Come on, let me see who paying attention, y'all. Do y'all believe it's true? Throw a heart in there. If you believe it's false, put a thumbs down. I know it's 2026. I know your phone got a thumb on it that goes down, and I know you got a heart on your shit now. Come on, guys.
Y'all
Start
hit the
checking
like
out
and
your phone.
subscribe. Hit
Right.
the like and the
All
subscribe.
right, we got one false. Jay said it's for Lawless Jay said it's false. I appreciate you, my brother, for checking in with us, brother. Tashi Tosh said it's false. Cheese said it's false. That's my peoples. There we go. They checking in with us. There we go. There we go, y'all. And make sure whoever else out there in the crowd on YouTube, everything, make sure y'all like and hit that subscribe button, please. Y'all got anything else before we want to move on to the second one? Do y'all want to double back on another one before we move on to a question? That was a great dialogue, by the way, between Jay and Janelle. That was a great dialogue. Like I said,
Yeah, I
I
think
got
so.
lost in the sauce on that, and I had to hide out because I ain't got no take on that. Like I said in the beginning, I believe a woman body is her body, and I don't have children, so I'm not going to dig deep into a situation like that. I'm gonna let y'all guys go ahead and handle that.
Let's run through the last two real quick. The last
All
two
right, I'm gonna go
true.
back to that real quick. All right, and oh, all right. The second one was true or false. If you date someone who does not take care of their kids, you are part of the problem. I said true. I don't remember
true.
what y'all said on that. True for
I
I
said,
Chris.
said true.
I think we all said true.
Yeah, I think
We
we
all
all
said true on that. So y'all can elaborate on that if you like it. Jake, it's a mix of both. I feel you on that, Jake.
it's true, because how the hell are you gonna be with somebody and
Mm-hmm.
be okay with the fact that they're not taking care of their children or their responsibility? Like, that just, like, where is your head and your conscience, or do you even have one? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even really go fully into that.
The
Like,
I was
there's
question is
just no.
I was saying the same
self-explanatory.
shit. I'm about to say, yeah, I was just saying the same shit last night. I was like, there's no way in the world that I could sit around with a lady if it's like in my situation, and if it's a lady, she got children, and you never going to see them, you never going to like want to be around, bring them out to the park, play with them, anything. I'm like, nah, I gotta get it from around you because I know then you are a very, very selfish person. Because how can you bring some life into this world and you don't want no parts of it? So if we just sitting up all day and I know you got children and you ain't trying to be a part of their life, nah, I'm out of there. I ain't
Yeah,
messing with that.
you
And
just as
I
part of the
understand
problem.
certain sometimes, yeah, you are part of that problem. And like we was talking about it last night. I understand, like in certain situations, like maybe it's a long distance thing. Like now, if she got a kid and we live here where we live at today, and the kid live in Texas or California or something, and every winter, every like spring break, winter break, the kid come and visit us, and every summer the kids stay with. then I don't have a problem with that. Then that's fine. You know, in those contexts, that's fine. But if you just sitting around and you don't want to be a part of the life that you brung in this world, you a selfish piece of shit. And
You a piece of
I can't
shit.
be around nobody like that. Period. Yeah, I don't even want to associate with nobody like that.
Yeah, nah. When it comes to you know, the family dynamics, long distance, you know what I'm saying? It comes with, you know, splitting the summers and winters and holidays and things like that.
Mhm.
Like then, okay, but at least you still a part of your child life. At least you still are communicating. That even goes as far as communicating with your child every day. You don't have to necessarily get along with the child's mother or father, but at least you
Mhm.
are having that open communication with your child. However, completely ghosting them and acting as if they don't exist, and then you as the partner knowing that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that don't know. Some people are really good at lying and they just really don't know. But if you know that and you comfortable with sitting up with that male or that female and they don't want to be a part, like you just as much of a dirt as that person is. Like there's no other there's no other way for me to put that. There's no other way for me to spin that. You are dirt. Because who does that? How can you sleep at night? And then what if you get pregnant by him or vice versa? Or you know what I'm saying? What you think gonna happen? You think that
Mhm.
that dynamic is
Yeah.
going to last long? You think that that person? No, that right there tells me that the person that you're dealing with has inconsistency issues or commitment issues or lack of responsibility. So when the tables turn and you end up pregnant, what you think is going to happen if they have those character flaws? You're going to be in the same boat as the other woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and the cycle is just going to continue. So again, you just as bad as the person that you're with. And you're not even encouraging them to, you know what I'm saying? I could see too if you was encouraging them, like, you know, you need to go and get so and so or speak to so and so or whatever. You're not even giving encouragement. Nah, you act for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real,
I feel
man.
you on it.
I totally understand what you're saying because I gotta do supervised visits and that shit is hard. So like, oh man, so yeah, it's to have the free range to see your kids and not want to see them. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
You
but at least you know what. Even though you have that stipulation, at least you get to see it. You know what I'm saying? At least you want to. Like you taking the initiative. You like, all right, whether it's supervised or not, I'm going to see my child. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see my children. Like you're not putting the barrier up. You're not making the matters worse. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Whatever the situation is, you're not saying I'm not going to see my child. You're going. You know what I'm saying?
know,
There's some people that just don't, and
yeah,
then their significant other is okay with that. That's not okay.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's some bum
it's not
shit. That is
okay.
not okay.
I
Yeah,
think that's
because if you
unnatural.
don't take care of people trying to go ahead, Jay.
Nah, my bad. Go ahead. My bad. I ain't meant to cut you loose.
I was
nah,
reading the
cause
question that Karen had. I mean, the
uh,
statement that Karen said. That was all. But go ahead, Jay.
yeah, because my sister, she was like kind of emotional about it, and she was like, "Man, I wouldn't even go through it." And I'm like, "Nah, I gotta go see my daughter, especially my daughter. You know, boys, Travis, I get them anytime, no problem." But my sister was emotional and mad, and I'm like, "Nah, I gotta see my daughter. I ain't gonna put her through that. It's just a little stimulation that lasts for probably 6 months or some shit like that.
And
It
that's
ain't that
all. As
serious."
long as they see that you consistent and that the child is safe, you know what I'm saying, and that it's not a combative situation every single time that you are in
Hey,
that
Jay,
space
how's
with your child,
hold on,
then
James?
that shit diminishes. I mean, I can't speak for the courts. I'm not a lawyer, but you know, I've been through some things. So, you know, eventually that will work in your favor, but keep showing up. And as long as you show up, and as long as you are willing to be there, and as long as you are showing that you're willing to be there, then that's all that really matter. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's supervised or not, that's all that really matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Of
some people
course,
that
definitely
don't
with you.
want to do that.
Yeah, you're right. He said, even outside of relationships, seeing children being mistreated by parents should piss you off no matter what. Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely. I
agree with
agree
that
with that
100%.
100%. 100%.
What's good, brothers? The almighty brother. Yo, James, we got you, James. We about to move on soon. We just running through our last joints. Hold your horses, Big J.
Yeah,
Hold
I was
on a
just
minute.
gonna
I
say,
got you.
I was just gonna say real quick. I was just gonna say real quick. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's unnatural. You know what I'm saying? To not have that
Mm-hmm.
natural love and affection for your kids and want to be there. I, I don't know. I can't fathom it because I mean, man, look, I'll do some crazy stuff for my son and over my son. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get that. But I know a lot of times what does happen in relationships, the dynamics between the mother and the father. And I'm not saying that this is a justification. What I am saying is a lot of times the dynamics between the mother and the father will inhibit that father from being in that child's life the way that he wants to. And it may be justified. Maybe he not a stand-up dude. So maybe she don't want him around the child. You know what I'm saying? But those type of situations happens too. But I just don't feel like that's normal and natural, bro. Like any woman that's dealing with a man, like Karen said, that want to spend more time with your children than they own, then I mean, like, you a sucker, you a loser, bro. I just don't understand it.
You's a bum
Yeah, he
ass.
be ready. I was ready to crash out when I found out I had supervised. It's crazy when you don't even know you got supervised visits and you call. I can laugh about it because it's funny. It's
Exactly.
funny when you don't even know you have supervised visits and you text somebody to be like, "Can I see my daughter?" And they be like, "You got to go to," and you be like, "What? When the fuck this happened?" So that was, you can laugh about it now. You be like, what the
But
fuck?
you know what? It's to piggyback off what Karen said. You know, girl, listen, that shit is so common. It's more common than you think that a man will take care of their stepkids way better than they'll take care of their own kids, and that's the sad part. And that's what puts that. No,
You can be
seriously.
like, I'll be the best stepdaddy, but you the
No,
worst real
no,
daddy.
hold on. I feel what you're saying now, but I don't know. But I hear from some guys, they be having access to their stepkids more, so that's why they be in them stepkids' lives more because they don't
But
be having the access to their own children. So I guess that's the reason why they be like, you know what,
It
this
plays a
this bitch
part.
want to act like that. Kids, I'm gonna be over here with the new family, and I'm gonna take care of these damn kids now. These are
yeah,
my
and
kids
so
now.
if
Because
that
I'm
if
not gonna lie.
that's but if
I got
that's
niggas
not
in
the
my
case,
family right now who be claiming kids that's not even, oh, he got 20 kids. Listen, nigga, you didn't take care of them. Stop claiming all these children, making yourself look crazy. You don't got, if you got 20 kids, you was a deadbeat motherfucker then because I don't remember having 20 of these motherfuckers around. So I don't know about that. So if all them kids not yours, don't be claiming them kids either out there, man.
yeah. No, I understand that if the girl or the woman in the situation doesn't want the person to have access to their kids and the woman or that he's with has children, and then yes, he spends
Yeah,
a large majority of his time with them, that's different. But if you got full access to your fucking kids, okay, and you choose not to be a part of your children's life, but you get into a relationship with a woman who does, and you treat that
yeah.
baby or them babies better than your own flesh and blood, and your flesh and blood don't even know where you at, you's a bitch.
That's nah.
Excuse my language.
You a raggedy
I
ass
hope we
nigga though.
don't
You
get
a
in
listen,
trouble.
listen.
I don't want you to
No,
have to
you
take
ain't
a
gonna get in
quiz,
trouble for that. They some
but
raggedy ass niggas.
you's a bitch for that. Your mother raised a
Yeah, she
bitch.
hard.
Sorry, I don't care.
Yeah,
Cause
she
there's no
no, she
way.
said
It's no. How can you sleep at night? I just don't understand. Man or female,
not
how can you sleep at night when you know that your offspring is wondering where you are? You don't know if they ate that day. You
mm-hmm.
don't know how they slept. You don't know what their mental health is like. You don't know how their day at school went. You don't know if they need a new pair of shoes because they done outgrew them. You don't know if they, the list goes on.
Yeah, right.
How can you sleep at night? How can you call yourself a decent human being? How? How? Like on the day
I
of
don't know.
judgment, please don't
No
let
way.
that thing. How?
I said
Oh,
it's
I
no
thought
way
somebody said.
possible. It's no way. Like it's no way
Yeah.
explaining that.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody said nothing.
Oh, I thought somebody said
I
something.
got you.
No, it's just not. It's just
No,
no.
but what I was about to say, we said wrong. Antonio, you can explain why you saying it was wrong, wrong, wrong too, Antonio. But yo, everybody who checking in, man, throw another little check in the crowd for us, man. Everybody who in there in the room with us tonight, man, make sure y'all hit that like button too and throw them checks in the crowd before we move on to the next one.
Hey, what up? What
Come
up,
on, y'all, get them
white
checks
brother?
going, y'all. Get them checks going. What up, Almighty White? He said, "What up, Janelle? What up? What's good, Watts?" So he's shouting
Hi.
everybody out. Okay, Almighty White boy, my brother. There we go, pound up. I see them pounds up in the motherfucking crowd. The Almighty White brother. What's going on, my brother? George is in the
George know how
crowd.
to
Let's go,
Yeah,
George
George.
know
it's
how to do
good.
checks
It's
now.
good.
George learned how to do checks. That's what's up.
That's
Uh,
my man George. Yeah, George. Hey, you got on quick. Oh, we got. Let's go, Priscilla out there. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, my man. Hey, yo, James. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe too, James. I see you in the crowd out there. We about to move on to the next one, though, man. He getting anxious and shit. But we gonna run through that last one, y'all. We gonna run. Hold on with us, y'all, cause we gonna get to another little controversy right now because niggas was down there talking crazy a minute ago. But this the last one right here, y'all. True or false? Non-natural hair colors are ghetto.
true.
Hmm.
I say
You said true.
false.
False. I said false. Jay, what you said, Jay?
I said true.
True. All right. One of the fellas, y'all explain why y'all saying true. Because we got the ladies in the crowd and they want to hear that shit from y'all fellas. So let's go, fellas.
Cause,
I
It's
just
'cause
open to
believe
you.
I
I
think.
I
Hold on.
Hold
Let
on,
go
Jay.
me.
ahead,
Hold
Chris.
on, Jay. Hold on, Jay. Go ahead, Chris.
For me, I think the most beautiful thing about a black woman is her with her natural hair, if it's like black or the regular like brown or sandy brown and shit. I just hate seeing black women with blonde and like pink and blue hair and all that. The red is cool, but that blonde and pink and blue shit, I don't like it. I don't like it. I just think black
No,
women should have beautiful natural color hair. You know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I
I
agree with
just
that.
said
But
true. I just said true
go
because it
ahead.
was just a one. I just said true because it was a one word answer. We couldn't really elaborate on it. But I will say it just
But yeah,
degree
you
to
got
the magnitude of what you're doing. Like I don't care about like no little highlights here and there, whatever the color. Yeah, that's straight. You feel me? But I do think certain colors like purple, and if it's like exact, maybe if your hair was like a little bit shorter, it may not be as exaggerated. But if you got all this purple goddamn hair, I mean, I don't really think that that's a good look,
Purple,
man.
blue, and
It
all
just,
on.
yeah. It
Go ahead.
hold on. I would equate it. I would equate it just to like you feel me, because you got to understand that people gonna put you in a box, rightfully so. Just like if I had tattoos all on my neck and all on my face, you feel me.
Yeah.
It may be cool and that may be how I want to express myself, but you may put me in a box and I mean it
don't
is
do
what it
that
is.
to them Charleston White, man. Chill out, man.
Yo, hold on. Fuck him. We see that shit. Fuck him. Go ahead, Jay. Finish this. Fuck that nigga. But go ahead.
That was it. I was just keeping it. I was just keeping it
But hold
real
on.
brief.
Okay.
Y'all kind of got the
Okay.
gist of what I was saying.
I'm gonna go back because I had the same thing that Cheese was saying. You when y'all say it's true, why y'all don't say it's true for other kinds of women? Because it's acceptable for when you watch little goddamn Becky or little whoever walk down the street and she got purple hair, she got rainbow color hair. It's
know why?
acceptable for those.
Know why? Because
Why
that's
is it
white people shit.
not?
Yeah,
Huh?
they operate
That's
like that.
white people shit.
Yeah, I
Ghetto because
That's white people shit.
they
They
want
started with that punk rock shit. Want to put pink and all
to.
this
Yeah,
type
that's
of
fine.
crazy shit in their
they be
But
all
hair.
it was
gothic and
never.
they be all gothic
But it
and
was
all that
never
stuff.
looked at.
And in all
It was
reality,
never
is
ghetto
recessive anyway. So they come with
It-
different color hair. They come with the blonde and the red
right,
and type of
right.
shit.
Yeah, I
That
feel
dirty.
you.
So
I feel you. I
so
feel
they
you. But
they's
I
already
still think
recessive for them. So
But I
I
mean that's
still
just
don't
like
think.
that just like we look different in a hoodie or a wife beater than a white boy. I mean it's just different. That just come with the territory. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
feel you.
just what it is because we already know that we have the reputation, and it's true. We probably the most aggressive man. So putting ourselves in a certain light to make people look at us in a certain
Like
manner
you'll
and put
look at a
us in
nigga
the
crazy walking around with a man bun. Like, bro, what are you doing? So you know what I'm saying? Like a nigga got a whole man bun on. Like, what
Hold
the
on, let me
fuck?
get to my girl said, birthday girl. Hold on, let me see what she said. Hold on, let me what Karen said. Depends on your profession. You're not about to walk in a corporate job with purple hair, but if you are entrepreneur, it may be okay. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, that's true because it's definitely frowned upon in the workplace. Well, not at the jobs here in America, it's definitely frowned upon if you walking in there with blue hair, red hair, any color hair but black, brown, or blonde. They don't really want all them hair colors up in the corporate world. But yeah, if you entrepreneur, you like you like how you do. You know, if you a beautician, a barber, like you know, if you on a journey, if you trading, do whatever you want, you could dress and do however you want to do. But if you're gonna be in this corporate world, yeah, it's definitely gonna be frowned upon. But my total answer, I don't think is ghetto though. I don't think it's ghetto because when other people do it, it's not frowned upon with the other people. So I don't want them to just be mixing up. I don't want them to be looking at our woman because they want to wear blue hair and say, "Yo, she ghetto off back," not knowing that this is probably one of the smartest women you gonna ever meet in your life, but you just didn't give her a shot because she got blue or she got purple hair. You know what I mean? I think that's not a fair shot for our ladies.
I think it comes with age. You know what I'm saying? There's certain hair colors that are age appropriate. But to
Mm-hmm.
flat out say that that person is ghetto, I agree right now. Like, no, that doesn't determine their intelligence or where they come from or how ghetto they are or none of that. No. Um, and I think that different colors, women do different colors to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? If they're given the opportunity to express themselves with by their hair or with their hair color, I mean, I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them that as being a problem or a threat. Now, to piggyback off what Karen said, like if it's in a workplace, then it's a no. Like you really can't walk up in a workplace with pink hair, light pink. You know what I'm saying? If you in
You
that
can if you
field though,
white though.
huh?
I say you can if you white though. That's the thing that's
Nah,
crazy.
nah. I've been in a corporate company where it was a dub for white people too. Like you can't your hair has to be your natural color, whether it's black, blonde, brunette, or brown. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you come in with pink hair, you either change your hair color or you don't have a job. In a corporate setting, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even in some, some private settings. Like I used to work in a private office, like a private dental. The doctor wasn't going for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a company to upkeep. He has a face to, you know what I'm saying, market. You are part of a marketing team, whether think of it that way or not. So again, the way you present yourself it matters, but it's also like I said, age appropriate. My daughter's 17. She walk around with red hair, blue hair, yellow hair, pink hair, orange, purple. You know what I'm saying? Now that she working though, now that she's working, they told her, you can't have the bright blue, but we'll take the navy blue. You know what I'm saying? So she had navy blue at one point. You can't do the bright red, but we'll take the auburn or like that dark deep red. You know what I'm saying? So she's learning like in a certain setting, you can't do all of that. But I don't think it should be classified as ghetto. No. They don't that's
Yes,
not ghetto.
that's all we're saying. Yes, that's all
Yeah.
we're saying. We're just saying it's not ghetto. That's right. Hold on a
No,
minute. Let me get to that. What he said.
that's a
Same.
good point.
That was a great point. Same with twerking. It was ghetto until white women started to learn how to do it. I feel you on that, cheese. Let me go down to questions right now because I don't want to be selfish to the audience. If hair color makes you ghetto, how about hairstyles like dreads and braids? Oh
Yes.
shit! You don't even
I
want to get
remember that
into
was
that.
a
That's
big
a whole
thing.
new ball game.
I was about to
That
touch
was a
on
big.
that. Y'all see me. I mean, I do QC in the
Mm-hmm.
oil field. I know how they look at me. I know the look that I get, and I have to prove myself. So it goes both ways. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
said, like, you got tattoos in a
Yeah.
certain manner. Yeah, I could be the smartest nigga on the planet. You feel me? But I'ma still have to prove myself. But I understand that that's what I signed up for. Like I already know that I might not look the part. That's fine.
Yeah.
But just to be oblivious
Mm-hmm.
to that and you need to accept me for me, that ain't the real world. It just don't work like that.
I think think that was a big thing
Not
too a
at
couple
all.
years ago, right? With the braids, they fired one girl for having braids or something like that. I can't remember the exact
Yeah.
storyline, but it was all over the news. She, I think she filed a lawsuit against the company that fired her because she was like, "This is a part of my culture, my heritage, my ethnicity. Why can't I express myself and be who I am by wearing braids?" You know what I mean? Like, um, that that again, that
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean that you ghetto. That just means that's what we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And if you take it back to where
Yeah.
braids came from in the
Mhm.
original root of where braids came from, it was actually Africans during the slave trade. They had to make cornrows in the different patterns. It was used for one, and for two,
Mhm.
not only was it used as a mat, but they would hide rice and grains inside the cornrows so that they could have something to eat along the journey. So, you know, it goes way deeper than just being quote unquote ghetto. That's something that we carry with us. That's something that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely not ghetto.
That's crazy right there, though. Yeah, I understand. Karen said I had a job when I was younger. Tell me if I had changed my hair color from red to black, they would pay me $2 more. They said it's a distraction. Like,
Absolutely not. That
what
would have
type of
filed
nonsense?
discrimination
I'd have,
so quick.
like, yeah, I would have, I would have been, I would have called some peoples on them because that shit
Yeah,
sounds crazy.
very
It
much
can be
so.
a form of
That's
art,
like
allow people to express themselves. Hell yeah, Tosh, I understand that. Definitely right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What I was getting at. Like women, we express ourselves in various different ways, and hair is one of them. You know what I'm saying? I know for us growing up, hair was what um not I wouldn't say defined us, but that was a part of our makeup. That was a part of our outfit. That was a part of our everyday look. You had to have your hair done. You know what I'm saying? Not to take away from those who couldn't have their hair done, but I know for us, like we had to have our hair done. We had to, you know what I'm saying, go out and look a certain type of way, or even just where we come from. That's just a part of our outfit. We gonna throw on a wig and keep it fucking moving because we like to look good. We like to dress up. You know what I'm saying? Getting our hair done is a part of self-love. Getting our hair done, getting our nails done, that's a part of how we express ourselves and express the love that we have for ourselves. And then again, being from where we come from, you gotta get your hair done. Like it's just like buying a new pair of sneakers. Like you gotta get your like
Be- Got you. Before I move on, what is this person? He said, y'all see, y'all, I guess he said, y'all seeing and comparing color too much. I'm black and white people
He
treat me
trolling,
better
man.
than a lot of
He trolling.
sisters. Well, no, you control, but like I tell people all the time, amen. God bless you, brother. That's what you got to say to people like that. Define ghetto. Hold on. We going to get to that. We going to get to that because we got some more shit to get to, y'all. Hold
Yeah.
on. I don't want to forget everybody else shit. Ghetto is a stereotype. Yes, ghetto is definitely a stereotype. What she said, ghetto is a stereotype, not a fact. Definitely. Let me see. We're gonna get to. Oh, I'm trying to get to everybody. Should I agree with Jay? You have to understand places you in the box. Yes. Corporate America doesn't like people to express themselves. It doesn't make them money. hundred
Yep.
percent cheese. And then that's my boy. All right, down there. All right, we got to the end of that right there. Damn, I did not know we was going get back into that a lot, man. I'm sorry, y'all, to the crowd, but that was a great dialogue. But I'm not sorry to the crowd. I understand that things went on a little bit longer than we wanted to go on, but it was a great dialogue off of those three true or forces right there. Tune in with us again though on Saturday night. I got some more true and false for y'all guys too, but we definitely going to move on to another question and things out there. But I want to see everybody throw a little emoji in the crowd right now. See who checking in with us, man. Throw another little clap
You
emoji,
ain't got
something in
no
the crowd
music
before I move
tonight,
on to
man.
Hit the like. Hit the
the.
like.
Yeah, I got
You ain't got no.
music
You ain't got no
every night. I got every night. I don't be playing
music.
music. We was going back and forth. We had the shit hot for a whole hour. Shit, there wasn't no reason to play no music after that dialogue. Shit. But I got some. I always got music, man. You know that shit, man. Hold on. We could get a little intermission going.
Bitch, that's the phone. Better get you some bread where you from. Spend my meals on the crib, cover myself up and then my shit. Spend the time, go run you a trip. If you do the time, come home to a meal. Double my skill, sign another bill. These 6 pills, money give me chills. I make the bitch hit her knees, she kneel. I make the stick hit when I'm in the field. I make your bitch lick it up like ill. Spend 100 racks on the teeth, not a grill. Looking at your diamonds on your neck ain't real. Nigga, you a bitch, let the Draco kill. Heard what I said, on the edge. Cody my mans, open your legs. I fuck with my stick in the bed. We shooting, not fighting like Craig. Bitches, they DM, they still in my.
Got y'all. We're gonna get back into it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all ready for this other one, man? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know we went on a long time, but the dialogue was very great. We had a lot of input from our audience out there. Yo, the audience, everybody who checking in with us, I definitely appreciate y'all. To all the newcomers, to the people who return with us every week, man, I appreciate everybody out there. To much love that y'all showing us, man. Black and talkative, and I appreciate everybody that's up here on the screen with me, from my brother Chris, my brother Jay, and my sis Nels. You already know, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all ready for the next joint, though? Let me grab another one out of here real quick, since they want me to move on and shit. But this one I got for if there's no regret, did you actually learn from the lesson?
That's an interesting topic right there.
Mhm.
I think
You wanted me to move on.
I
Now kick it off,
I
nigga.
um hold on. So let me just read this real quick, and then I'm let me see what it says. What
Go
it
ahead.
says. Regret is a emotion, while learning is cohesive and intentional process, right? So the statement regret doesn't mean you learn is accurate, right? So when they say that, is that when I break it down is to regret. Regret is like, I think if you regretting something doesn't mean you learn, because you're always gonna have a reminiscence of repeating the same thing over and always thinking to yourself you could have done things better. Me personally, I think not regretting and just things as being it is what it is, that's actually learning to me, because at the end of the day you could learn from, you can either learn a life lesson or learn something about yourself. And then, regret, people sometimes when people regret or live a life full of regret, they live a life full of doubt. You don't want to go around doubting yourself. So that's what I think about regret. I think not having regret and just letting things be what they were, and not trying to overthink yourself. Oh, I could have done this different, I could have done that different. Just learn from your mistakes, take that life lesson, or take that lesson about yourself, or sometimes in both cases, you know, you take that lesson. But I think for not having regret is learning more, is having, that's my thing.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, like mistakes. I mean, obviously, this is denoting mistakes. Like mistakes is like the best teacher in life. We already know that. So a lot of time, without making those mistakes, you probably wouldn't learn that lesson that you would have learned. I think the only time, me personally, that I may regret something is if I feel like I wasted time. You feel me? Because we can't get that back. That's the only time that I feel like, in a certain circumstance, that I regret. But on the flip side, everything is still a learning opportunity, and that's how you grow. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I don't live with regret. I don't live with it. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand that's like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Or I shouldn't have made this parlay on FanDuel. Who was
Hmm.
talking about, somebody talking about FanDuel the other day? Shouldn't have made that parlay on FanDuel. I regret that. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
don't
I
mean to cut
regret
you
doing
off,
that.
Jay, but I think sometimes people don't regret the action, just regret the outcome, because the action is already done. So the
Yeah,
outcome
for
is
sure.
you can regret the
For
outcome,
sure.
or because how the DA catch murderers. They say when you regret, that don't mean you really have remorse, because you just regret and you got caught. But if your ass would have not
Yeah.
got caught, you would have been cool with getting away with that murder. So something.
No,
So
man. Yeah, you wouldn't have turned in
Yeah.
yourself, man. You wouldn't have got
yeah, you'd have kept going. So but that's just my opinion on regret. Y'all
Yeah.
don't have to take. I just gave my opinion on it, what I
nah,
think
you
about
good, bro.
regret. And
Yeah.
people could run with it. You could take that advice and form your own thing with it. But that's what I'm as. But yeah, regret the outcome. Don't regret the action.
Yes,
So
gotcha. What he said was
I actually wrote it down, and you took the words completely off my paper. So I don't know if you cheated or not.
What are you talking
But
about? What are you
you
talking
oh,
about?
you if you
that
said
nigga hacking phones, man.
exactly, huh? You said exactly what I wrote down. Like I literally verbatim. So basically, I have put down that if there's no regret from a negative circumstance, it doesn't necessarily mean that the lesson was learned. I said you can regret a negative outcome, but change in thoughts, actions, and
Mm-hmm.
behavior wait that a lesson was learned, not the regret.
Hmm.
So basically,
Mm-hmm.
in a nutshell,
We
you
all
can
got.
have regret all you want, but that does not necessarily mean that you learned your lesson. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like,
That's
again,
crazy.
a lesson is determined by changed behavior, changed thoughts, changed pattern, changed action. Do regret that regret is not definitive by, you know, your actions alone. You could say sorry all you want to, but if you keep repeating the same damn thing over and over, then
Mhm.
what lesson did you learn?
Yeah. There's only one thing I hold
Yes.
regret on because that person can come back. So that's something I hold heavy on my shoulders. I don't like getting into it, but that's the only regret I have in my life. But other than that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like when it comes to regrets, like I don't necessarily have any, um maybe one thing, but I will say that over time I learned that a lot of things don't happen to us, they happen for us. So when I look at it in that perspective, in terms of different circumstances in life occur, I don't have regrets. I'm like, all right, this is something that happened so that I can grow, or this is
Mhm.
something that happened to open my eyes to a different, you know what I'm saying, like perspective, or a different, just have a different mindset or attitude towards it. Not necessarily a regret. Because a lot of the situations that I've been through, it's easy to regret it and say, you know what, this, that, and the third, but what does that really do? You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That doesn't change what happened. So
Yeah.
I take from it, I learn from it, and I just say, okay, this is where I was supposed to be then, and this is where it brought me to, and where I'm supposed to be now. You know, like there's no real regret, because if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't be as cognizant as I am. I wouldn't be as,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, like confident as I am. So I don't really take regret. The only thing that I would say is, and I don't want to say that on camera, but that's it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, yeah, that's what I said. Like, I
That's one.
regret
I
one
just
thing.
got one thing.
I regret one thing, but it's
Yeah.
too deep. It's
That's
too deep.
fine,
Like, have
guys.
no.
Y'all don't have
Mhm.
to share that shit. That's fine, guys. Y'all keep it secret. Y'all keep it. Y'all don't have to share them type of things. Hey, yo, man, make sure y'all hit that like button out there. Make sure the crowd, whoever checking in with us, make sure y'all hit that like button out there. Definitely. What he said, you do not have to regret a mistake to learn from it. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Let me see what he said. That's true. Regrets are inevitable, but we have to learn to live with them. Yes, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
of
true.
course.
Mhm.
That's definitely true, homie. That's definitely true, my brother.
So Jay-Z said,
Mm. What you said? Go ahead, Jay. Yeah, spit some of that New York. Look at that nigga. That Texas nigga always talking this shit. And what that nigga always talking
that's
about?
what Jay,
With
that's
Jay.
what Jay-Z said. See, I be giving you props, bro. I gave some Southern niggas some props, but it's all good.
Gotta do it. That's what I'm talking about, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
If you did something worth regretting, but you don't, it doesn't mean you'll make the same mistake. Regret is just dwelling on the past and what could have been. Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with you too on that, Chief. I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, because
Mhm.
and like that's what Chris was saying. Like
Yeah. Don't
you
don't
only
don't
gonna
regret
dwell
the
on that
action. Regret the
situation.
outcome.
That's
Yeah.
that's right. You regret the outcome. You never regret the action. It's always the
Mhm.
outcome because, like he said, When you people out here being a serial killer, killing motherfuckers, they don't got no remorse or none of that. They just mad when they ass got caught. So
Yeah.
you regretting the outcome of what your actions that your ass around and dwell on the past and all that. Move forward. Whatever happened in the past, that shit behind you, man. Only live for the present day and maybe plan ahead for the near future. Don't try to go plan 10, 20 years down the road, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's just my advice on that. I
Plan for
don't want to
two
be.
months down the road, short term goals.
That's why I said in the short term. You know, you do short term
Mhm.
goals. Let me see the definition of insanity. What you mean?
Einstein definition of insanity to do the same thing, to
Regret.
repeat the same thing and get the same result is
Yeah,
Einstein definition.
Yeah, definitely.
that's a
What he
true
said.
statement.
Have you all learned from a tough situation and you later see why you went through it and you were grateful of the lesson behind it? Hell yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely learned the lesson
Hell
from
yeah.
being through shit. Hell yeah, I learned the
Yeah,
lesson. I've been, yeah,
yeah,
got a lot of shit going, man. In 37 years, of course, I learned some lessons some shit that you shouldn't have done. And you like, yeah, I ain't doing that shit no more. Let me just go ahead and stay away from that. Like
hmm,
I'm like you said, certain situations you're not gonna explain all your situations and shit that you have gone through and all that, but certain things that you have done in life, you definitely not proud of all the shit you have done.
Mhm.
I learned to not have that victim mentality, and that's kind of what helped me push through and help me grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned to stop having that victim mentality, stop blaming other, really go inward. And once you stop blaming the other person and you realize those, you pointing the finger at the one person and you realize those three fingers is pointing back at you, you start to analyze things a little differently. So, of course, we've all gone through situations that were unfortunate, but it goes back to what we said in another episode. Like, what part did you play in it? You know what I'm saying? What did you allow? You know what I mean? Where did this come from? Why did this happen? And once I started asking myself those questions, that immediately changed the game. And so again, like I don't have that victim mindset. You know what I mean? Like I definitely take every lesson, learn every loss was a lesson. I take
Mhm.
it for what it is, moving forward. Now, will I return? No. Will I
Yes. No.
keep doing the same things over and over? No.
Mhm.
But I
No.
definitely learn from past experiences.
Yeah, that's the
But
thing,
you would
man. I
admit
learned
that.
just learned a lot. You just learn a lot about yourself and shit like that over recent months, recent years. You just learn some things you probably don't know that you maybe gotta fix. So, yeah, I don't like I said, I don't regret shit because I learned a lot of lessons and and like I don't believe in luck, but I get lucky. So it's shit just happens, and So that's what it be.
Mhm. If the past affects your future in a negative way, then you will definitely regret it. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yep.
is Vinny talking about? Who's coming, Vinny? We ain't gonna messing with you tonight. Vinny's
Talking
back
about
again, guys.
Jesus is coming, man.
Talking about
Oh
Jesus, he
shit,
gonna be.
Vinny, here we go. Come on, Vinny. Vinny, come on, Vinny. We're not gonna get on that type of stuff.
What
Like
do
I
we
told
say
you
to?
last time.
What do we say to offend anybody?
That's what I'm saying, Vinny. Like, what did we say tonight to offend the good people of the kingdom of Jesus? What did we do tonight? Come on, Vinny. Like, come on, guys. Seriously, guy. Like I said last week to the other guy who said Jesus is Savior. All I can do for you guys is Amen. I'm telling you guys, amen. That's it. Come on, Vinny. We ain't trying to get into that shit with you tonight, but we got everybody, Vinny. We ain't gonna
If
be
he,
doing that.
if he if he come back and he cook, if he come back and he looked the way that the Bible described him, would you follow him?
That's the problem. Ask him
Mm,
that. Vinny ain't gonna
Would
want to
you
answer that
follow?
shit though.
that's a good
Would you
question.
Vinny
follow
ain't
him
gonna
if he
answer
looked the way that the Bible said he looked like? Are you still gonna follow him?
that. Hell no. Vinny ain't gonna follow that shit. But what he said, though, let me see what she said. Yes, I try to learn and grow through my experiences. 100%, Tosh.
Yeah.
Let me see what Priscilla said. What she said. Yes, I was definitely grateful for the lessons. I agree. I agree. Amen. We ain't messing with Vinny no more. We ain't even thinking about Vinny. You see what they did to Jesus. Oh, yo, yeah, hey, yo,
Mm.
Keith. We ain't gonna get into that because we want Vinny to stop doing that shit because we not trying to offend nobody because we got a bunch of different people who watch us and then we got people on this platform with different opinions and everybody don't agree with the religious terms and things that's going on. So we just want Vinny to go ahead and get up out of here, man. And yeah, we definitely know what they did to the story of Jesus Christ. Vinny know that shit. But yeah, though, anybody else got anything, man, on this topic that we on right now? Any one of y'all? Or we could move on to something else, though. Wait for the crowd. Anybody else in the crowd out there got a question for us, man? Besides Vinny with his bullshit. Okay, Vinny, we got you, brother. We love you too. We know God loves everybody. And if people like you and people who look like you start to understand that, then the world will be a better place, Vinny. Please, like we understand all that. Listen, we understand you, my brother. Trust me. We need your people to be on board, and the world will be a better place. Guys who look like you, Vinny. Okay, but yeah, let me see what she said. I agree with Janelle. We ain't missing. I agree with Janelle. Holding yourself accountable is the superpower. Yeah, definitely, definitely. If you don't hold yourself accountable, then I don't know what else to tell you. Then, man, you ain't gonna never get better. If you don't see your flaws, you don't see your fuck ups, and everybody else around you could see that shit and you don't want to change it, I guarantee you're going to find yourself by your goddamn self. So you got to change that shit. Definitely, man. Please.
That's a and it's not even just like a fuck up. It could just be, in certain situations, like what you allow, like what you keep
Mhm.
allowing can also,
Yes.
what I'm saying? You got to hold yourself accountable there too. Like, yeah, you might not, you could be the best person to another person, or you could do right by people, et cetera, et cetera. But if you keep being the floor mat, then you got to accept the fact that people going to keep walking all over you until you take accountability for being the floor mat. Do you want to continue this? Do you want to
Mhm.
continue to accept this type of behavior, or do you want it to change? So now it's time to muscle up, take accountability for allowing people to do you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Figure out where that comes from and then muscle up and change the way you do it, change the way you go around it.
Yeah, that's
I feel you
funny.
on that.
Why are you laughing? It's
I think
true.
that, nah, I agree
Because it
with
just
you on that.
comes because it's a fact, man. It's a fact.
Yeah, nah, it's not even, it don't even always have to be like you fucked up or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you fucked up, take accountability for the fuck up. But it also goes on another perspective. Like if you I heard this saying where it says like when you do things, if you and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but you know, you doing good for the if you continuously do good for the wrong people, that's just as bad as a sin, right? Because you
Mhm.
already know that it's
Yeah,
what the outcome is going to be. You
Yeah,
already
that's like.
know that you going to get, these people don't care about you like that. You already know that they're going to take advantage of the fact that you are a good person, a giving person, a loving person, or whatnot. You doing yourself a disservice. You know what I'm saying? And again, like that's why I say you got to come from that victim mindset, or oh why me, when the shit hit the fan, and you got to take accountability for that. Okay, why you? Because you keep doing the same shit for the same non-shit people. People don't care about the love that you have to give. They only taking that for themselves. So you have to love yourself
mhm.
enough to say, you know what? Nah, that's not for me. I'm good on that. Take accountability and fix your thought process, fix your behavior. You can't save everybody. You can't, not to say you can't love everybody, but everybody love looks differently, and your love might be not be reciprocated the same way that you love, or it might not be received. You gotta accept that. You gotta acknowledge
Mhm.
that, accept that, take accountability, and then move differently. So that's where I come from with it.
Yeah, yeah, you
Got you.
can't. That's like your homeboy being a snitch, and you put commissary on his book, so you're a snitch too. So
Damn, yeah, and that's dumb as
Nah,
hell.
nah.
That's dumb as hell. You a snitch, nigga. You ain't there by
Yo, this
yourself.
nigga is stupid, yo.
Take
Fuck
accountability.
commissary.
That nigga, he
Yeah,
done,
yo,
nigga.
you
You
nah,
done on these
man.
streets, nigga.
What a
Nah,
snitch
you
to your
done
brother.
on
You
these
love
streets,
your
nigga.
brother. So
You
if your
know,
brother is in jail and he snitched on somebody and that nigga needs some money to eat, you ain't gonna send that nigga no money because he
we
You
snitched.
ain't
might
gonna
get
say no
$50
names,
for
but we know
something.
somebody that gave somebody 50 years. And do you fuck with that person? And you grew up with that person.
I'm not in the streets, so I don't know. You can't snitch on me, nigga. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Y'all seen the
Listen,
movie, nigga. I'm
listen,
a law-abiding citizen, so I can't
listen.
snitch on nobody.
If
Don't do
if
no
I'm if
crimes
I'm
around me,
if
man.
I'm being empathetic,
I
right, and
don't do
putting
no
myself
crime.
in this shoes, right? Because I'm not
Yeah.
saying this happened to me or anything like that. I'm just saying if
Uh,
one of my siblings snitched on somebody and they got locked up for snitch, nigga, you a snitch. Okay. That's gonna be the first thing out my mouth.
I ain't
And
shit,
will
yo.
I leave you in there with no money on your books or no comments? No, I'm not gonna do that because we siblings. But
Okay.
if you a snitch, I'm gonna let you know every fucking time I
I ain't say your siblings. I said your homeboy, but
Oh,
oh,
Hold
a
on.
home.
She
I
got
man.
a
thought you said
two-part
your
question. Hold
brother.
on.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Nah,
misunderstood.
we got a two-part question. She said, I have a question. Do you feel sorry for floor mat people? And then hold on. Then she said, meaning people who lack boundaries and take people pleasing overboard. For those type of people, you know what? Y'all can get ahead because I want to be. I ain't gonna be nice to that shit. Nah, I don't agree with that at
What
all.
people
I'm not feeling
That
sorry
that
for
choose to
nobody
be.
who let people walk over them and do all kinds of shit to them, and then you want to kiss their ass and you want to be pleasing them and you want to be running around the house and trying to make sure everything is in order because this certain person is coming over to your home or like just certain shit like that. If you're not gonna accept me for who I am or things like that, I don't give a fuck about none of that. And well, to those people who are those floor mat people and let people walk all over them and do whatever they want to them, I don't feel sorry for them. That's my overall answer for that one though.
hmm
Um,
Yeah.
I, I will say if they don't understand what's happening, like if they don't understand that they being taken advantage of, or that's just in their nature to be, kind hearted and stuff like that, then I would feel bad for them. But the moment that you become aware that you're being taken advantage
Mm-hmm.
of, or the moment that you become aware that people are using you as a floor mat and you continue, then no, I don't, because you got the knowledge
Yeah,
already.
I don't feel
You know
sorry
what I'm
for that.
saying?
I do not feel sorry.
hmm
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
Jay, what you
say
said?
in general, no, I wouldn't feel sorry for 'em. In certain
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, I would. 'Cause you got certain people who've been through like traumatic experiences. You know what I'm saying? They just looking
Mm-hmm.
for any type of interaction,
Yeah.
any type of love. And if you have a traumatic person that's been through a whole bunch of crazy stuff, you know, they only know how to love one way. Like you have some people they just trauma bond. They may have been abused, and for them, that's you feel me. That's how they feel love. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
knocking them
in those
upside the
type of
head.
situations, yeah, I feel sorry for them. But in general, like nah, you can't do that. Then play victim and say everybody abusing you. Nah, that's something that's up with you that you need to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? It's insecurity, low self-esteem type stuff. Work your way up to be the
Mm-hmm.
man or woman that you want to be for people not to treat
Yep.
you that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's
That's
just
right.
that.
Hell yeah.
What
Yeah.
I
big man?
got you. I feel hell yeah. What she said? He said, "Watts, that was terrible. That's fucked up." I guess he talking about when you said you're gonna leave a nigga.
I
Man,
thought
That's a
nah.
I,
person.
I thought he said sibling. I'm
Yes,
sorry. You
that
said
is
Nah,
homeboy.
I said
Yeah,
your
nah.
bro, like your boy. If your boy snitch, it was a reference
Yeah,
from
nah.
a.
no. I
Nah.
know what Chris
Sorry, you
mean.
gotta stay
No, I
clean.
know what Chris talking about and shit though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, if you're doing something like that though, like I said, see, it's different between people saying people snitching on people. It's a difference between somebody snitching on somebody, and it's a difference between somebody being a law-abiding citizen and they telling shit that they seen. Like if you shoot somebody in front of an old lady or some shit and she come to the courtroom and she points you out, that old lady is not a snitch. She's not in the street. She don't play them street games. Now, if you in the hood with these dudes You selling these drugs, you going on drills, how they like to call it
And you six
nowadays.
nine them.
They sit your ass down. Yeah, they
No,
sit
wait.
your ass down like the first 48, and you start to tell and you telling things that's going on. You's a snitch ass punk. Because
Yeah, you
that's the
can't be
shit
doing
that right there that I don't like stuff like that. Like you gotta be careful with people like that. And that's why I'm trying to tell, but I don't understand how these gang coaches is still around today. Where you see the major people telling on each other. Like, how do y'all want to still join in this shit? Everybody family, nobody is not gonna snitch on each other. And then you got niggas pointing at each other in the precinct and shit. The first nigga came down to the station, he got a deal. Game over for everybody. Now everybody else got 60 years. This nigga got 18 months of probation, and he living his life chilling.
Mhm.
it.
Now
Yeah.
those are the type of people you need to stay away from, man. Those snitch ass. Now those people are snitches,
Yeah, nah.
right?
If it was one of my homegirls or my homeboys, no, you in there by yourself. I'm sorry. I'm not sending nothing. I'm not putting nothing on your books. I can't condone it. No.
Sometimes I get
But
upset for
but
them.
when but when it comes to the old lady, I see what you're saying too right now. Like, yeah, no, she ain't snitching. She just
Yeah,
doing her part. But
doing her part of the community.
I mean, she might get whacked though, but she doing her part.
Man, they gonna shoot grandma for doing her civil duty. That's crazy work.
She
See, this
might
is
get
wrong
whacked
with the
though.
they fucking yo.
Miss Tina be in that window all
Oh
damn
damn
day.
day.
All day.
Nosy
Every
people get
day
it
they
too.
gonna shoot this. Y'all know she been there since y'all was kids. Why would
You
y'all
know she
shoot at
don't
Miss
come
Tina?
off that
That's
damn stoop all day. Got her pillow on that stoop and she gonna shit all day. Like,
y'all
yeah.
niggas.
You
Hold
remember
on,
Miss
what she
Bess
said?
and
She
Tommy
said,
Lee from Miss
sometimes
Madison, boy.
happy birthday, yo, happy birthday too to you, K Creations, man. Thank you for checking in tonight on your birthday too. Happy birthday to you too, love. But what she said, sometimes I get upset for them set boundaries. Yeah, they got to. Like I said, if you're not gonna set no boundaries and you letting people do what they want to you, I'm not feeling sorry for you, man. Like, and I know
Yeah.
some people out there in the world like that. Like I know them and I know these people and they be around and I get so angry and disgusted and I be like, fuck is wrong with you? Like, why in the hell you letting these people talk to you or treat you like that? Because my motto is
Nosy people
if
get
you let a
to.
person do it one time, if you let them do it one time, they're gonna
They gonna
continue
hate.
to keep playing with you. So don't let
Yeah.
these people play with you the first time. Set that boundary from day one, and I guarantee you, them motherfuckers won't play with you.
Yeah. No, I definitely have learned over time to set boundaries and stick to it. And again, like you said, the first offense, I'm on it. Like you are not about to talk to me any kind of way, treat me any kind of way, look at me any kind of way, nothing. Don't think that I'm not gonna say something because I am. And I wouldn't say like I get upset with the person. I just make them aware and then you know what I'm saying? Like I'll talk to them, but I'm very passionate about that shit because it was once me at one point in my life. And I just get very passionate about people setting boundaries and being walked all over. And again, like you know how like you mentioned, I'm gonna tell you like what why would you look, I'm gonna point that out, right? I'm gonna show you the scenario. I'm gonna show you what happened. I'm gonna put you on like this is what this person did, how they did it, or whatever. Because I can spot a manipulator from a mile away, and I know all the tactics. Not every tactic, but I know a large majority of them. So
What's one of them?
I'm gonna put the person on like, yo, this is how they swindled you.
What's one of them so I could?
Like
Oh
somebody will give
man,
you a
niggas
whole
gonna
sob.
get
Let
it
me
to
tell you
you.
how somebody could get you, and it could play on your heartstrings. If they know you a good person and you will do anything for a person that's in need, they'll play on your heartstrings by giving you a whole sob story and go
Oh,
through the whole motion and the whole works and make you feel bad so that they can get from you what they want from you.
like a
And it
nigga
could
was
be a
about to
whole
have
half
me and
lie.
Nelly send him a cash app. He was baiting us, but I
Don't,
caught
yeah,
it from
you
I
can't
caught it
fuck
from
with
a
the
mile. I said Nelly. I said yo. I said he gonna bait us.
Had one of them
I
shows.
said he gonna
Yeah,
bait us
early
in for the
on,
cash
early
app.
on. Yeah,
that
early
cash.
on, the nigga tried to get us behind us and nah,
Yeah.
bruh. Like, bruh, don't do that, bruh.
I
Like,
said
and yo,
Nelly, nah, he gonna try to
we
bait
was
us
like,
in for the cash app. Nigga, I
Let me tell you
bet you.
something.
we
I
was
had
like
one.
6 episodes in, man. But
Yeah.
go ahead, Nels. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I had one person, like they was admitted into the hospital or something like that. You know, me being like a good friend. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? What you in the hospital for? Da 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 da. So they go on to tell me what they in the hospital for, this and that and the third. The next part of the conversation was a request, a cash request for some DoorDash. Like, you got hospital food right there. What you asking me for some damn DoorDash
yo,
for? Like,
yo, it's
you ain't that
funny.
sick.
Now it's funny because I run this Facebook page, my Giants page, and it's like 65,000 people on that bitch. So it's always this dude. I had to ban him, but he used to come up there and always talk about, "Yo, I'm homeless. I just need $2 for something to eat." Trying to get niggas out the group. I said he's scamming. Do not
Yeah,
cash
$2
app him. Yo.
times however
Yeah, two
many.
Yeah,
thousand two.
get $2
If I could get $2 times
helping.
65,000, shit.
Yeah. No, you gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? So like, I put people on. I let them know, like, yo, this is how they got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try, don't do this or don't do that, or set your boundaries and make it plain, this and that and the third. And now if you don't, you could take my advice or you could leave it. You know what I'm saying? That's up to you. That's at your discretion. But after a while, I'm not gonna feel bad because I already let you know. You know what I'm saying? They don't come to me with the same shit because I already told you. So in that sense, yeah, I don't really feel bad. But in the beginning, yeah, like I'm gonna have some type of
Yeah.
empathy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
Yeah,
what
you
that's
can't be
like.
manipulating people. You can't be manipulating people like you manipulating situations and shit. That's some sucker shit, and that
Yeah,
becomes
that's
a
That's bum
narcissistic.
shit. I
That's
think
actually, I was about
Become
to
a
say that's
narcissist.
actually a narcissist trait. You might be
Yeah,
that's
you a
serious, bro.
what's up,
narcissistic, crazy motherfucker.
narcissistic
So
trait. That's the
try
number
to,
one narcissistic trait.
yeah,
Yeah,
Is
and like
you,
conning
you said,
people.
I
yeah.
can spot those stories from a mile away too. When people coming up with them, something, yo, listen, go ahead and walk.
Hmm.
Like I had a guy, like I'm not gonna say his name and shit like that though, because I had a guy at the job, and I met the nigga at the job, whatever. I'm here, I'm training him and shit, whatever. And he started telling all these stories and saying shit about different things, and I'm looking at this dude like, nah, okay. As soon as we got back to the joint, I called up. I said, yo, listen, me and his training day is over. I'm not training him again tomorrow.
No, for real.
Out
Because
of
who
here.
asked for all that
From certain
information?
conversations, when you get these conversations from certain people, I'm telling you, like, yo, this dude is a manipulator. Like, he's a.
No, I
Why
cough
you?
because I'm trying to laugh
Nah,
because
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Like, I had to
it's
get
this
rid of him. Like,
kid.
somebody else, man.
It's the same thing. Like this kid come up to me every day and just be telling me random shit. Like today, he said, "Yeah, bro, I got this computer." I'm be looking like,
Who
yeah,
asked?
yeah,
My
like.
my
The nigga
that's
said I
my
got back problems. I said, "How old you is?" He said, "I'm 24. I gotta go home." So he was walking around. I said, "Yeah, we gonna have to send you home because you walking around like you got something up your ass or something like that." So yeah, you 24 with back problems. You gonna be you gonna be done by you 30. You need to go. You need to go check that out or something like that. You 20, 30, 24 with back problems. So.
no, I'm the type of person that don't give me no information I ain't asked for because I'm gonna look at you crazy. And that's the number
Yeah,
one
like,
that's the number one rule where I come from. You start asking me too many questions, I'm gonna think you trying to set me up. Or if you start giving me information I ain't asked for, I'm gonna look at you sideways. Like why are you telling me all this? I didn't ask.
Do you think
Jay,
some mental
I ain't hear from my boy in a while. Go ahead, Jay. Answer that question, Jay.
What that say?
Do you think some mental illness can be contagious or awaken others people's psycho problems?
I think you meant to say. I don't know what the fuck that shit
Psyche
means.
Huh?
Sometimes that should be
problems? Physique
something.
for psycho
If
problems?
it might have said psychological, you might have meant
So probably me and
psychological.
psychological problems. Yeah, that's what I
It might have
said.
been
It.
psychological. Yeah.
I don't. I mean, for me and mental illness, I mean, I kind of spoke on it before, and I have some people may think I'm insensitive to the topic when I have like real deal, real life close examples. My mother. I'm talking about people who's been in a hospital, straitjacket type stuff. You feel me? close family, mother, sister, auntie,
Hmm.
other auntie, like real deal type stuff. So unless it get into that point, a lot of this mental illness stuff, I feel like is just it getting blown out of proportion. People just not knowing how to deal with real world emotions and issues that go on. You feel me? We all experience a form of depression, but it's like, I mean, I can't afford to be depressed right now. These bills is due. You feel me?
Hmm.
My son gotta eat. I
Yes.
gotta get my ass up. You know what I'm saying? So it's not taken away from the emotion that the person may be feeling, but it's just like, bro, like like they wasn't living like this 50 years ago. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I speak on the man perspective. You know, they was talking about like the testosterone levels from the men now versus the men 50 years ago, drastically different. So that's why you got a lot of weak ass dudes, a lot of weak ass men who can't step up to the plate. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of biological reasons why that's happening. You feel me? But I just feel like we a lot more soft. We let the world beat us up when it's like they say life is hard for a reason. I don't say that, but that's what they say. Life is hard for a reason. It's like just got to do what you got to do. But if you're around a person that's a victim, you know they say birds of a flock fly together. You probably gonna become a victim if you ain't one already. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So yeah, that's
You a
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Vic, nigga. You a Vic. But yeah, just to piggyback off
That's
what you
right.
were saying, Jay, like yeah, I take mental illness serious because at like 5 or 6, I watched my father stop my mother from jumping out a window. So when people really talk about mental illness, I really seen it firsthand with my mother being a schizophrenic bipolar disorder. So that's something when people like Jay said, nigga, you ain't got no mental illness. Your pops just didn't beat your ass enough when you was younger and things like
Yeah,
that. That's why you ain't running around here bouncing off the wall. So I really take that serious when people say that, like, cause you know, my mother documented shit like that, and I experienced some shit, and we was called demons, and it's just wild. But to piggyback off of that, mental illness can be what you say it can when you say can it be contagious. I don't think it contagious, but it could be hereditary. You got signs of people that have schizophrenia. They might skip their kids and hit their grandparents, or I mean, hit the grandkids, or bipolar might skip the children, or and hit the niece or nephews or something like that. So, yeah.
So would
So
you
I
avoid a
suffer
friend if
from.
I'll get
I'm
Janelle?
sorry.
I'll read the next one. Nah, go ahead.
Oh,
You can go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say too. I dealt with mental illness very closely as well. Schizophrenia, uh, to be exact. That same diagnosis. Now it's more of like schizoaffective because there's different triggers, and so that's what kind of categorizes which schizophrenia you have. However, when you see it firsthand like that, you do kind of minimize all the other mental illnesses that are out there, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. There is a such thing as being a
Mm-hmm.
functional depressant, or a person who can function, or high functioning depressed person. And I think that that's a very valuable and how you say, like,
Asset.
it's like a very that's a high skilled, you very high skilled if you can do that. Like if you can function throughout the day to day, being depressed, then like my hat goes off to you, because I know I suffered from depression before, and it was very hard to come out of.
It's a dark
um
place, man.
it's very dark. So not only did I suffer from depression, and with life and just going through traumatic experiences, but I also suffer from postpartum depression. That's a whole nother story for another day. But it doesn't it's minimized when it in terms of like other mental illnesses. However, is it contagious? No. Is it hereditary? Yes. um does it skip generations? It can. I've seen, certain diagnoses like schizophrenia go from one like child, from mother to child, or father to child, or if it's combined, you know what I'm saying? Mother and father got it, now the child got it, that type of shit. I've seen that. In the workplace. I've seen that in my personal life. And so yeah, it's a real thing, but it's not contagious. I don't remember the second part of the question, but you know, I've dealt with it too, and it definitely there's a lot of different mental illnesses out there. We're becoming more aware of them. You know what I'm saying, as opposed to how it was back then, and I think that the awareness and the amount of resources that are out there now for types of illnesses like this is a lot better than it was back then. So, I mean, I'm a advocate for mental illness and mental health. So that's just me.
Definitely. What she said, would you avoid a friend if they are a victim, sad, and depressed? I used
Nah,
to
I think
say yes, but not.
that's the most time your
Yeah, you
friend
shouldn't
needs
do
you.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if
don't know.
they a
Yeah,
real
you shouldn't
friend.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
I could.
shouldn't do that. Like, yeah, definitely. If you see somebody sad and depressed and you know they have been a victim of something, you should always lend that shoulder to them and listen to what they got to say because, like, the little bit of words that you could have said to them that day could have stopped them from having some type of
For themselves.
traumatic event in their life today. So, you know what I mean? Like, definitely don't ever just walk away from them kinds of people and you know them people are hurting because it's people out here, like you said, it's functioning like they are depressed, but they out here and they functioning. And I got to give it up to those people because being in those type of situations, having those dark days, that shit is not fun at all. And I'm telling you, that shit is not fun at all,
Yeah,
man.
depression could be a dark place and a dark spot you don't want to be in and shit like
Yeah,
that.
No.
I say this.
definitely don't want to be.
I
Mhm.
ain't go avoid the person like that. But if it's just like constant, I mean, look, I can't let nobody bring me down. I'm sorry. I'll be there for you, but at the end of the day, like that stuff is draining, bro. Like I'm just being real. Like it's
Hmm.
draining. You feel me?
No.
I ain't gonna cut you off. I'll
I
be
ain't
there for
mad at
you if
that.
you need me.
I ain't mad
I'll be there for you if you need me,
at.
but I can't. You can't bring me down because now my spirit is down, and everybody else around me, their spirit is down because
Hmm.
I'm pushing what I got off on them. Because you putting your burden on me, and I'm inadvertently putting my your burden on them. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's levels.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna cut the person off, but it's levels. If
Yeah,
it's just all the
right.
time consistent, that
No,
stuff is
yeah,
gonna get old.
It for me, it just depends on what the situation is and how often it
yes,
occurs. Now, I don't
Yeah.
mind
yes,
lifting the air. I'm not gonna avoid a person, especially if they're in a crisis, because
yeah. I'm not. Yeah,
you
yeah.
that
That's what
those
I'm
little
saying.
bit of words that you can give can again pull them back from the edge. That might save their life. But if
I
it's like
say
you
that,
you
man.
constantly ringing my phone with some negative shit, then yeah, nah, I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? Like at some point, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to tell you, like, all right, you might have
Right.
to
Yeah,
seek
niggas
some.
call me every day, B, when I don't be calling nobody and checking on me, and I just be like, bro, I be chilling. I'm introverted, so if you don't hear from me, I'm just in my introvert state, but I'm
Yeah,
good. So, nigga, but it's good that like Nelly called me today, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm just chilling, you know.
yeah.
I don't,
No,
I
like
be
I said,
Up
I
introverted.
on
don't
everybody.
avoid
I
them,
just want to
but
check up on everybody. Like
I
people
go
who I
ghost.
fuck
That's
with them.
how. I go ghost.
Everybody.
Make a master plan and come out with $1 million, then everybody gonna be
you
happy.
just recharge. That's
Yeah,
all.
we all get you all get 100,000. Shit. Yeah,
Let
I
me see
just
what
be
Karen said.
cool.
I wouldn't say mental illness. Mental illnesses are contagious, but I do say energies are contagious. If someone walk around your house moping, depressed, it sets the tone of your house. Yes, yeah, like
Yeah,
that. That's back to what they were saying.
yeah,
And you know I feel Jay on that. I'm not going to disagree on his answer, and he is 100% right on that. Like we have to back that up some because yeah, if you coming at me every day with some yo, you know this and nah, I don't want to hear that shit either. But if I know
Mhm.
you in a crisis at that moment, I'm not going to turn a cold shoulder to you if I know you're going through a
Yeah,
crisis. But you can't come at me every single day trying to bring me down, and I'm trying to stay on this positive energy, and all you come in here is with a problem every day. Yeah, then I'm gonna have to tune your ass out for a while.
I think that's why I be going introverted sometimes because I just be tired of hearing niggas' problems all the time, man. And it's just it weighs a heavy burden on my heart because I really be caring about niggas and I'll be like, damn, man, let me just not answer the phone for nobody or nothing, man.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I started to say, that's a recharge.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people, they are sensitive to different energies and stuff like that, you gotta recharge. You gotta isolate to recharge and get your mind right. But to piggyback off what Karen said, me personally, I don't allow just any and everybody in my house. So if I automatically see that you kind of got that depressed spirit or that low vibrational spirit or that low energy or energetic field, you're not allowed in my house. Like, I'm sorry, like not in my house, not in my space where my kids and I
Not in,
are,
I say my
because
life.
you will bring that energy down. And I try to keep us as positive as possible. Now, if you outside,
Mm.
like I said, and I know you're going through a crisis or you're going through an
Hmm.
episode, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to avoid you, but I'm not going to listen to the same things over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Like at some point, we got to come to a solution or find a solution. And if you can't find the solution, then you might have to go to therapy for whatever it is that you're going through. Because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It does take a lot of energy. It draws a lot of energy to
Yeah.
give so much of yourself
But
See,
to a person.
sometimes just have grace, like Jay said. You never know what a nigga could be
I'm
going
about to
through.
say, look at this shit. Look at this shit now.
Mm.
Everybody come to the conclusion that we all gave a different opinion and we all did a fucking spin and twist and we all come to the same conclusion of my boy Jay down there. This nigga wins
Mhm.
again.
Mhm.
You finally give me some.
For
You
that
finally
shit.
give me some,
Give it up
goddamn
for
crazy.
give it up for that Texas nigga. That's why I fuck with that Texas nigga. Give it up for my boy. Look, I told you, got the whole crowd out there. I agree with Jay. Hey, yo, listen, man. Y'all be quiet. I don't care about that nigga, man. Be quiet, y'all. Nah, let me stop fucking. I got it's all love, baby. It's all love. The
That
situation is their
situation that
parlay.
they parlay didn't hit. Man, I tell you, boy,
Yo, that's why I be staying
God
away
gotta
from
be
that shit.
real. Yo, God gotta be real because I'm
Yep.
telling you that underdog, I hit that shit the other
Come here.
day. That nigga
Come here.
Caleb Williams had to throw that ball. I needed him like 8 yards. He threw the 14-yard touchdown. Then it went to overtime. And I said, yo, God gotta be working, right? Matthew Stafford needed one pass attempt. The motherfucker ran the ball 3 times. I said, no, I missed it by one pass attempt. And then Caleb threw the interception. I said, oh, God is really working. I'm sorry to use him in that example for gambling, but shit. Hey, they said he
I
come in
needed that one.
mysterious ways, and he showed me that night. Shit, I was like, man, it only could be God. That shit ain't no luck. That's ain't a coincidence either. I said that boy Caleb fade away, man.
All right,
Shit.
what Priscilla
I
say?
think I'm gonna do another. I got you. What she said? It's the spirit that's contagious. I will for sure be a vessel and pray for you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like I
absolutely.
tell people all the time, you living with that. Amen. We pray for you too on here. We can show nothing but love. We pray for you,
Mm,
and I agree with you on that too, Priscilla. I agree with you on that.
yeah.
I'm about to say, which y'all want me to get now? I'm gonna hold the last question. I still didn't get to that question. I'm gonna
I
do
got
another true or
something. I
false.
got something though. You want me
All
to
right,
spark
got
up
something.
something?
Before we wrap it up. I'll hold the next one. I'll hold the next true or false. Go ahead, Chris. What you got, Chris? What you got for us, my brother?
So, what is your worst personality trait? I should have asked that earlier. But what is your worst personality trait?
Only you
My
can go
worst
first. Go ahead, Janelle. Go ahead.
My worst personality trait. Damn, I didn't think of that. That's a good one. Cause I be thinking I'm
Me neither.
perfect. I'm not even gonna
We
lie.
all do. We all do.
I be
We
thinking
don't
I'm
see no
perfect.
flaws in ourselves.
Yeah, like I'm not even gonna lie. And I probably do have some flaws. A lot of the time, so I wouldn't say that it's a. I don't know if this is considered a personality trait or not, but I know for me, like when I'm going through things, I get to myself. I process what I'm going through. I get through what I'm going through, on my own or with whatever help that I deem, supportive at that time. And then when I return to, like, let's say the outside world or whatever, I'm good. and then I'll talk about it then. But a lot of people think that when I go inward or I like kind of isolate myself from a situation, they think
Taj,
I'm
I'm
being
sorry,
funny.
Taj.
Huh?
No, I'm sorry. No, I was saying sorry to Taj. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
Taj.
no,
Oh.
no. Tosh said Chris stole her question. She did say this a couple weeks ago, and that nigga was in the corner quiet. Now he want to steal her question and come up with it. But go ahead, Janelle. I'm
Uh,
sorry. Finish, Janelle.
no, it's okay. So people think I be acting funny. And it's like it's not
Mm-hmm.
me acting funny. It's just I deal with things differently or I process things a little differently. And so, that's just the way I process things. I don't know if that's a personality trait or not, but I mean, I'm not acting funny. I just deal with shit on my own. Or I have like my daughter, she says all the time, like my young cutoff game be mad strong. Like you just be ready to cut everybody off for any inconvenience, and sometimes you can't do that. And I told her like that just came with experience. Like it came with experience. It came with like I said, like at my age, I see things for what they are way before. Like for example, with her, she went through a situation recently and I was like, oh, I already know what this is like. Like I'm not trying to deflect my situation onto you, but I already see and can foresee how this is going to play out. And I'm not saying to cut this person off or whatever, but I'm telling you not to deal with, you know, said party or whatever. And she like, mommy, see, that's the problem. Like you always want to cut people off. You don't give people a chance. And I'll be like, because if you give people a chance, you giving them a chance and an opportunity to fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta cut it off right then and there, So I don't know if that's
Mm-hmm.
a good quality or a good trait, but I mean
cut
that's
off.
me.
I'll
Yeah.
say,
You heard the question, Jay.
Nah, nah,
what
I
is your
ain't.
I stole Taj. I said, what is
Repeat
your
the question.
worst personality trait? What is your worst personality trait?
Uh, I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
guess. I guess sometimes I might be standoffish too. Like it's crazy. Like people don't really know me. Like I'm like very, very introverted, and I I really don't like to talk. Like
Hmm.
people, people. It's I've been talking to this nigga Ross, so he don't know, but people be calling me like all the time. People call me all the time, and it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I got something against y'all, but it's like I just be in my head a lot. I
I
be
was about
thinking. I just
Yeah,
be
like I
thinking.
told you,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't,
Like
yeah, I'm
the best.
introverted.
Honestly, the
Hold on.
best
Yeah.
time. Honestly, the best time of my day is my drive home from work to where I ain't gotta deal with people. You know what I'm saying? But once I get to the crib, then then there's more things to deal with. But I look forward to that most and my break to take a nap. You feel me? Because I don't really like interacting with
Mm-hmm.
people like that. You probably wouldn't be able to tell it based upon like being on here and stuff like that, but I feel like that's probably what may turn people off and read me the wrong way. You feel me? Based upon that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know because, I don't know. I'm a little different because I guess I'll be pulling niggas out of that shit because that nigga talk a whole lot. That nigga lying to y'all. I don't know
So
what
that's
that
what I
nigga
was
be
gonna
telling y'all,
say.
but that nigga lying. He
What
talking
I
like a
was gonna
motherfucker.
What I was gonna say was most of the time introverted people when they become comfortable around a certain person or a certain group or a certain people, then that's when you see their personality. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
not they're introverted around people they're not comfortable with, but they become
Hmm.
extroverted when they are around people that make them feel comfortable. My son
You
is
hit
Nah,
the
that
same
right
way.
on the
it's,
My
money.
my son is
it's opposite
very
with me.
You
huh.
you hit that right
It's,
on the money, cause like me,
it's
I don't
opposite
like
with
if
me.
it's people like I don't enjoy the conversation, I'll just be quiet and you'll be like, "What's wrong?" But if it's somebody that come around and they got like mindsets, I'm all into the conversation and shit like that. But personally, my worst personality trait is funny because I recently found this out because I am so introverted. It might be that I'm selfish, and I never thought I was selfish because I'm so selfless. So I'm learning some things about myself. So maybe I got to work on that being selfish. But I think it come from just being an introvert that I really sometimes got to work on empathy. Like that's I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole contra thing I'm dealing with over here figuring out that damn man, you could be so introverted that you could be selfish, and I don't mean to be selfish by
It might
Miss.
it
I
might
don't
come
mean
off
to be
selfish.
selfish, Miss. Nah, I had to replay some situations, and it was selfish. Yeah,
No,
I
okay.
was being
Well,
selfish.
at least you take
That's
accountability.
crazy.
Now with me
That's
it's
crazy. I'm
opposite.
totally opposite from all of y'all. I'm opposite from all of y'all. That's great. But go ahead, Jake.
No, I say with me is I'm opposite. You feel me? Like I may be more open in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then it oh and then it changed and then it changed. You know what I'm saying? A little bit later. Cause me, I'm more so like cordial. You feel me? Like I guess I have like charisma. I can kind of like interact with people in a good manner. But at the end of the day, I don't like to talk that long. Like I got a shelf life. Like we can talk for a little bit, but then it gets to like, all
So
right,
you're actually
I'm
not
tired
an
of talking.
alpha, you're an omega.
No, I'm a sigma. I'm not an alpha
Sigma.
at all.
Oh,
I'm a sigma.
a sigma.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because I'm an omega.
Yeah, I don't try to be. I'm very standoffish to myself type guy, and a
Yeah,
lot
I,
of
I'm an
people may take
omega.
that the wrong
I
way
don't.
because I just think different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it just comes with understanding people and understanding different, like accepting different personalities. From from what I gather so far, like you, you take time to yourself. You do be in your head. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what goes on up there. I can't say that,
Yeah,
but I can say that that's the majority of the time. That's where you spend your time. And there's nothing wrong
yeah,
with that. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So if whoever feels like you're being standoffish, that's just they don't understand people
yeah.
who either A have been through some things or they process things differently. Like I said, me personally, like if I'm going through something, I'm by myself. I'm closed off until I get through my problem or until I get through whatever I'm going through, and then I come back outside or out in my shell or whatever, and then I talk. They're like, you be acting bad funny. And it's like, nah, I'm not acting funny. Like I was actually going through something. I didn't want to reach out because I don't like people in my business. I like getting through things on my own, and then
Hmm.
we could proceed. Like it's nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal at all. And I think
Yeah,
that's what we as people gotta understand is that people have different personalities, and that's okay. It doesn't mean anything personally or negative directed towards the other
you
person
just
or the
brought up a
like
topic
person or
for
whatnot.
for the
It just
podcast.
time.
I say you just brought up a topic for the next podcast. Discovering your personality trait, because everybody's not an alpha or a beta, and there's
Right.
other personality traits out there, sigmas and omegas.
Yeah, I
You
was
don't.
looking that up the other day since y'all brought
Yeah,
it up because the
yeah.
only one that I know of is alpha because that fits my description.
Oh nah,
I
it's
didn't look
alphas, it's
into.
alphas, betas, sigmas, and omega. Like I've been found out I was an omega. Not
Mhm.
meaning that we stray away from being alphas. It's just that I'm introverted,
No,
and
that's just what your
nine times
personality.
out of ten, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be, the one that's going to be the counterintuitive
Yeah,
answer, or don't agree with what maybe the alpha is going with or something. But if you're a beta, you just got to figure out how to be a beta in a world full of wolves, because people are betas. People like being followers. People like
right.
being attendees to others and things like that. I mean, don't mean it's a bad thing that you're a beta. You just got to find your world in the world full of
You
wolves.
gotta be
But
careful.
yeah, yeah, you got
But
to be
I feel
careful.
as though like I started to say when it comes to alphas and I guess all the other personality traits, it doesn't have anything really to do with femininity or masculinity. That's what I brought up the last time in the chat on Saturday. It just it's a
Yeah.
personality trait. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know more about my personality trait in terms of alpha because that's just I'm more dominant
You aggressive,
areas.
dominant. You
I'm
come
not.
off
I wouldn't
aggressive.
say like aggressive. Like I'm aggressive in a good way, but I like if you give me a task, like for example, you give me a task to do, I'm gonna execute. I'm gonna get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have time to play, or like I have just a natural leadership capability. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that I'm just very, like I know my strengths and I hone in on my strengths, and that's just my natural, like that's just how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to intimidate anybody. It's not to say that I'm bigger or better than anybody. It has nothing to do with that. That's just my personality trait.
Gotcha. What
Perfect.
she saying? I
Perfect.
get irritated quickly. That can be a flaw.
That could be a real, yeah.
She ain't
So
lying either. Yeah, she ain't lying either, man.
I used to be
I
like
be
that.
trying
Like
to calm my
I
down
have
from
to
that
learn
shit
patience.
sometimes. I be like, yo, you gotta stop being like that so quickly. Like, I don't know. I just think that's mostly in women too, though. Women get irritated real quick, man. With I don't know why y'all like that, but they get irritated real quick.
I know that like for me when I'm overwhelmed with a lot, then I get irritated. My patience is really thin. And so I'm working on that actually, um with my kids and stuff like that because I do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I wear many hats and I do a lot every day throughout the day. So, certain little nuances that causes a little bit of an inconvenience, like, yeah, you're going to be irritated. Because if you got shit to do and your day is packed and you have a schedule and you got to follow along with your schedule and any little thing that interrupts that could cause some irritability. Like, so I will say that I have had that problem in the past and I am working on it. I ain't say I'm fully done with it. I'm working on it because my kids is like, Ma, you be tweaking sometimes. Like you gotta chill out. Like my
Be
oldest,
bugging. You be bugging, son. You be
she
bugging.
do. Like my oldest, she'll be like, "Okay, mom, but was that necessary?"
That's what's up.
And I gotta sit back and think, like, she's probably right. I probably shouldn't have, you know, cursed the person out at the light. We all going in the same direction. She's probably right. But then there's some other things that is justifiable because it's like, okay, I'm irritated because why am I doing this? Or like when it comes to work, like why am I doing the majority of the workload and you just chilling? That's going to irritate the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Mhm.
mean, it could be justifiable in some sense.
That truth is a journey. About to wrap it up soon, though. We about to wrap it up soon. Anybody else got something to say out there? Before we wrap it up out here, any one of you guys got something to say before we wrap it up? And we
Man,
get
have a good
but to the
night,
audience though,
man. Oh,
go
you
ahead,
go
go ahead,
ahead.
Chris.
No, you
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I go ahead.
I was just saying to the audience, when y'all be back, we got some more True or False again on Saturday night. We gonna open the show with the True or False again on Saturday night. So hopefully everybody tune in again on with us Saturday night. We definitely gonna open up like that again on Saturday. But thank you for everybody for definitely checking in with us, man. Shout out to the twins today on their birthday and
Happy
things today,
birthday
man.
to the
Definitely
twins.
appreciate y'all. Yep, definitely
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for checking in on your birthday and shit with us. Thank you. Appreciate y'all ladies. Definitely shout out to my dog Cheese all the time for definitely checking in. Shout out to Lawless J, my boy Julio, Ra, everybody that's out there, man, who keep checking in with us, man. Like I said, all the newcomers who checked in with us tonight, man. I hope y'all like and hit that subscribe button. Definitely
And
shout
you
out to
know
my
my
man
saying,
George, my
you
man
can
Jake checked in.
motherfucking
Shout
clip
out to
that.
everybody who checked in with us. You already this nigga stupid. But Jay, you got anything to say, homie?
Nah, I wanted to touch on that last topic. I knew it was gonna ruffle some feathers, but we'll get to it.
What?
Don't worry. I'm gonna open that. Matter of fact, at the soon as we done with the true or false, I'm gonna open the show with that question because yeah, it seems like we've been trying to hide that question for a
You
couple
know
weeks
what?
now. But
That
definitely
question is
the truth.
crazy because I got a whole different man. Yeah, we're gonna dive deep into that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
question. Like,
We gonna dive into it. We're gonna definitely get into it. Like you said, it might ruffle some feathers, and that's what we do. But after you ruffle them feathers, please come back because we only doing it with love. We don't mean no harm. We doing it with love.
I ain't got no
Sometimes shit
prayers
got to get.
tonight.
Anybody got anything to say? Somebody to say right now. Anybody got anything to say? I
And
got a little prayer for my people. Go ahead now.
just to piggyback off of what you said, like we don't come with any type of hatred or anything like that. We agree to disagree, but we also do love, and we do take other people's perspectives. We, you know what I'm saying, we take everybody for who they are. If we ruffle a few feathers, we don't mean to. It's not intentional. Everybody comes from different walks of life, and that's what you guys need to understand. It's not that we're just being biased or we're siding with one versus the other. I know there was a comment somewhere, because I can't really read the comments, but there was a comment somewhere about racist, the races, the difference in racisms or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
was somebody trolling. That he was a
Oh,
mulatto talking about he get treated better than black people. Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, we don't do that type of thing. A lot of us here are, we have mixed ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? Right now, know that about me. Like, I'm mixed as hell. So, we come from, a place of love, and so that's what I wanted to elaborate and just piggyback off of. Like, it's no malice over here. We have different opinions. We got different viewpoints, and that's what
Mhm.
it's about. I think every time I leave a segment or an episode, I take what you guys say and I internalize it, and I use that to see how I can do better and how I can be better. So that's what one thing I love about the show is that, like, I take what you guys' input and what y'all say, and I literally implement that in my everyday life and how I can be a better human being. You know what I'm saying? From a male and a woman's perspective. So I
Because
appreciate.
it's constructive and not destructive.
Yeah,
It's
That's
constructive
right.
conversation, not destructive.
yeah.
We ain't
We
trying
don't
to
tear each
do.
other down because we have a different viewpoint. We kind of just see where each other coming from, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I love
That's
about it.
right. Got you. Anything else before I hit the little prayer out there for my people tonight? I got to hit the prayer for my people out there tonight. I got to do it for my girl Karen and all them out there. But we gonna close it out tonight though. It says, Lord God, in our waiting in silence, teach us to trust your promise. When doubts clouds our faith, help us to listen deeply to your voice. May we believe that you work in time, turning our long prayer into a sign of hope, joy, and new life. Amen.
Man,
Yo, but yeah, definitely though,
My
man.
bad. I
Again,
had
y'all,
to switch
I'm glad for
phones. My other
everybody checking
phone
in with
died.
us tonight. This was Black and Talkative Season 2, Episode 5. We will be back Saturday night for Episode 6 of Season 2. Same time, 9:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 8:30 on 8:30 Central Time, 6:30 Pacific Time. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the crowd. I appreciate the dialogue, especially from y'all two tonight, man. Y'all two stole a motherfucking show in the beginning. When I start breaking down these clips, Jay and Janelle, y'all stole the whole first motherfucking 45 minutes of the show, and I love that shit, man. I had to sit back there. I gotta give y'all flowers. Y'all was doing y'all motherfucking thing, especially your ass, Janelle. You was taking over shit, but I gotta give my people their flowers, definitely.
Thank you.
And Chris, your ass always coming up with some crazy questions, doing what you do, my nigga. Keep doing what you do. Keep swinging and hitting home runs, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. And we're gonna do this shit again on Saturday night, man. We're gonna get better and better. And thank you for everybody for checking in with us, man. Black and Talkative Episode 5. We about to wrap this thing up, man. I love everybody out there, man. Keep checking in with us, man, because we growing and we growing every week, every day we growing. So just know, when y'all see us out there on the big screen in the big tube, we ain't going to forget none of y'all. We already know who is down